Ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing? Welcome. It is Tuesday. It is the 2022 version of September the 13th. And you're back here with me, Sean Butler, at the Spurs Talk Show. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing very, very well. We are here for game day. It is Tottenham against Sporting CP, a.k.a. Sporting Lisbon, in the Champions League second round. Ladies and gentlemen, the Spurs Talk Show. Oh, it starts right now. Lovely touch from him though. Harry Kane, Lucas Moura, can you do something, please? Last chance, Matt Doherty! Oh, you shite! There could be from the dead to the don't fuck it up now, Go and win it! Let's go. Last chance! Stephen Bergwijn through! Win it, Stephen! Come on! Yes! He's won it! He's gonna win it! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh! We did it! Ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing? It is... What day is it today? It is Tuesday. It is. We've got Sporting Lisbon, baby. It starts in just under 13 minutes. 13 minutes. That's all we need to get the game going. I've just got to figure out what's going on with my screen. Hang on, let me get rid of some information here. I think there's something going on why they're not allowing me to see my. Here we go. How's everybody doing? I do apologize about this. Let me just clear all that shit, and then we are good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Massive game. Listen, I am going to tell you right now, there's an outside chance, guys. There's an outside chance that my internet might drop at some point. And if it does, then I don't know what I'm going to have to do because I won't be able to cancel it. But just bear with me and hopefully I can get back on. If you need to disappear elsewhere or whatever, then I understand. But right now, we are moments away, 15 minutes away. Let's get the team news up for those people who are interested in looking at it. Where are we? We are looking right now at the Tottenham team. The team is out. We got Hugo Lloris. We have Emerson Royal in goal. We have Christian Romero at centre-back. Eric Dyer, Ben Davies, and Ivan Perisic at left wing-back. We got Rodrigo Bentancur and Pierre Højbjerg in the midfield too. And we have... I don't know what's going on here. My screen is going all sorts of crazy. I hope you can understand what I'm saying. I hope I'm not being too jumpy for you. And we got Richarlison, Sonny, and Kane up front. I'm just going to, before we get into it, before we break it down in too much detail, I'm just going to flip and pivot and show you the Sporting lineup today. They have Adan in goal, very, very good, very capable shot stopper. They got Pedro Porro, fantastic set piece specialist, and Quatesh, the centre back, ex Liverpool, ex Sunderland, captain of Uruguay, captain of Sporting. Very good in the air, very good defensively in the air, very, very good in attacking situations. I don't want to see us concede goals today, ladies and gentlemen, in and around the area where someone like Pedro Porro can whip the ball in and someone like Koatesh can get up there and get ahead of Eric Dyer, Ben Davies or Romero, because that is a threat. That's how if we're going to concede, it's either going to concede in one of two ways. One of them will be through an aerial threat, through someone like Koatesh from corners, etc. The other is from these guys up front in Trincao, Marcus Edwards, and Goncalves, a very dynamic, fluid front three that are going to be shifting left and right. In between the defense that we've just gone through and the forward line, you've got Morita and Ugarte, the two old school classic number sixes that like to dominate, like to get super, super aggressive as well. And you've got Reyes, who's going to play, I think, on the left of the back three. And you've got Mr. Santos, who's going to play left wing back. It's going to be super difficult game. I believe it's going to be a very difficult game. A lot of other people think it's going to be an easy 4-0 victory. I don't know where they're getting that confidence from. Sporting Lisbon are no mugs. I think it's going to be a really tough game, guys. They are a team that likes to play very defensive-minded, not defensive-minded, possession-based. 65-70% possession is what they try to achieve in the sport when they're playing in the Portuguese league. They like to compress the life out of the midfield and then force everybody down the wings. We're going to talk about that in just a second. We're also going to talk about the Tottenham lineup in a little bit more detail. But before we do that, let's say hello. Let me say hello. See who is in the building already. We got Cooper. What's happening, Coops? How you doing, my man? He says, bring it on, Sean. Thanks for the stream, so I can keep up with the game. Come on, you Spurs. I'm here for you, my man. I'm here for you. In fact, guys, actually, just bear with me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna do something I've never done before, and I'm just gonna say I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay? Someone's just at the door, and there's nobody in my house to answer it. I do apologize. Just bear with me for 2 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, guys. I'm back. Sorry about that. That was embarrassing. Never had to do that before. How's everybody doing? Let's see who else was here. Cooper's in the house saying, bring it on, Sean. Thanks for the stream so I can keep up with the game. Soren's in the house. You sure it's not Thursday? Of course it ain't. It's not Thursday because we don't play on Thursdays. 100% Soren. How you doing, my man? Looking forward to seeing you at halftime or after the game. I know you've got your phone calls. Whew. I'm absolutely shattered after that. Absolutely shattered. Let me turn this down onto mute. We are moments away, guys. You can hear the music. We got United Spurs from America. We got Jacob in the house saying, big up, Sean's my man. What's happening? And we got Wilson T saying, evening, Sean and all. We got Izzy Hassan. What's happening? Izzy saying, Kulu not starting again. Yeah, he's not starting again, my man. He's not starting again. We've gone for the starting 11 of Hugo Lloris in goal, Emerson Royal at right wing back, QT Romero, Dyer, and Davies. We've decided to move Davies back into the team and Longley out. Now, I don't know if you guys agree with me on this one or not, but for me, it does make a little bit of sense. I think that Sporting Lisbon are the sort of team that when they do have the ball, they're going to approach down the right-hand side. And if you have Longley and Perisic in the team, like we saw against West Ham, like we saw against Fulham, there's plenty of times we've seen it where we push so much emphasis up our left-hand side because our right-hand side doesn't have the same creativity with Emerson Royal that we get a bit distorted. I'm going to keep calling it distortion. Someone said to me last night. And as a consequence, we can get caught out. And against Sporting Lisbon, if you don't want to get caught out down our left, down their right, because it's just one of those situations where they have Marcus Edwards, who's going to be playing in a 9 role today, or like in a fluid front 3, but as the kind of out and out striker. But he likes to drift. He'll drift to the right rather than the left. That's the way he will do it. You've also got this man. Where is he? Trincao, very, very, very good player. Trincao, who also is going to be on the right hand side. For me, it makes sense to have Ben Davies in from a defensive point of view, because if we do lose the ball, you're going to need somebody who's A, is better in the air, and B, who is defensively sound. And I think that I think that Ben Davies for me has the edge over Longley in those departments. We've got Benson Core and Højbjerg in the midfield. That's kind of standard these days. Perisic, I think, we're going to ask a lot of Perisic today, guys. The players are in the tunnel and about to come out. The big one, though, Richarlison, Sonny and Kane. Sonny gets to play again. How do you feel about that, guys? How do you feel about that? Let's find out who else we haven't said hello to yet. John N's in the house. What's happening, John? This afternoon, Sean. It's game day! 2-1 Spurs. Let's go! Love that, Johnny boy. Stuart Conway's in the house saying, come on, you Spurs. Lisa's in the house. What's happening, Lisa? How you doing? I think it's Lisa Odell. Is it Odell? Is that your last name? Over in Mexico. She's saying, what's up, Jacob? She's not saying, she said, hey, Sean, just here. Sorry, that's better. Now the universe has balanced itself out again. Jacob's in the house saying hello. And Wilson T is also in the house saying, I'm okay with the team, but we need to make sure we make changes. Decky, Bissouma and Skippy would be good to up the tempo. It is Lisa Odell. What's happening? Listen, I'd love to have my earphones off right now so I could hear the champions. Da, 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 da. But can't do it. Can't get that copyright strike. What's everyone's thoughts? Guys, if you wouldn't mind, smash that like button for me. And if anyone's watching that hasn't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and join the conversation. I'm going to be bringing in Jacob from United Spurs of America. He's going to be joining me once he's made. This is the guy with the mellifluous tones. He talks like this. He's got a real deep voice. Absolutely love that about him. He's going to be joining us very shortly. He's just making his wife some brekkie. I think he's had to shift off babysitting duty. Let me send him the link. The link will be going out, guys, to anybody who wants to come and join as well at the halftime interval and after the game. It will be interesting to hear what your thoughts are. Actually, let me put it into the Spurs Talk Show WhatsApp group. Where am I going here? Here we go. Spurs Talk Show. Here's the link. Halftime. What are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts? I mean, the team's out looking at the formation. Nuno Santos is going to be playing on the left-hand side. I think it's going to be a really tough, tricky game. The game is but moments away, 2 minutes away. What do I need to do right now? I need to get rid of this. I need to move to this. I need to also change to that. Oh, that's a bit far. It's a bit close. How do I get that? Why is that so big? Ugh. Don't like seeing myself. We're moments away, guys, from the start. Hugo Lloris is doing the coin flip right now. My clock is ready, Tom. My clock is ready. Let's hope it starts at the right point. Okay. I've just started giving it a 1 second head start. Massive game tonight. Absolutely massive game tonight. Would you take a draw? How would you feel about a draw right now? You don't want to lose, do you? It'd be lovely to get the win. A lot of people right now are very, very confident that Tottenham are going to smash this team. I just don't see it happening. I think the way that the teams are going to set up, I think you're going to see Sporting doing what we do, and it's going to be a game of chess. Both teams are going to let the other team have possession and hope that they get drawn forward to then try and play on the counter attack. And it's a game of who, like, it's chicken, who blinks first. I genuinely feel like when Tottenham have the ball, we're going to let the Sporting are going to let the back three have it and say, break us down if you can. And I don't know if it's going to be an interesting game. I don't think it will. I think it'll be a real boring game, to be honest. I could be completely wrong, but let's find out. I think they've just done a moment of silence, I think, for the Queen. Not entirely sure if that's what's happened or not, but hang on a second. Need to get this over here. All right, guys, we're about ready to go. I hope you're all watching the game and dialed in with me. It's game day, and it is live. Here we go. Sorry about this. I'm very unorganized. I've just come off of the We Are Tottenham TV stream, and I never have enough time to get myself ready. Jacob will be joining us, I think, as the game about to start. And we're off, ladies and gentlemen. We are off. Tottenham to start. Tottenham are playing in the blue kit today. I don't like... When is this the first time we've seen them in this kit? I think this is the first time we've seen Tottenham in this kit. Haven't seen this team before. Haven't seen this blue. It's quite nice. It looks quite nice from a distance. What's happening, Carl? Welcome to the stream, my man. Tom saying a draw would be underwhelming, but not unexpected. Yeah, here we go. Let's have a look. Here's Ben Davies. Looks forward towards Sonny. Sonny tries to do his first dribble. Gets the ball. Gets what's going on here? There we go. Inacio takes him out. Look at Amorim wearing his white T-shirt on the touchline. Conte in a much more reserved little hoodie, little zip jumper, like a golfing jumper. Cross comes in for Tottenham Hotspur. We're knocking around in the air in the box. Eventually, the ball gets broken up, and Quatesh gets the ball away. Here's Sonny. Perisic looks for Sonny. Sonny crosses the ball in. The first corner kick goes to Tottenham Hotspur. 1 minute and 11 seconds played. And it's a corner kick to Tottenham Hotspur. That is exactly what I need for one of my bets. I think I had like a bet that required 3 corners for Tottenham in the first half. And then other things had to happen. I'll update you with my bets as the game goes on. Sonny looking for a short corner. He takes the short corner towards Perisic. Sonny looks deeper. Finds his way across to Romero. Oh, it's a lovely, delicious ball from Bentancur. Back out to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg on the left touchline. Looks inside. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg finds Perisic with a back heel. That's the second corner for Tottenham Hotspur. It's just what you need. It's just what you need. Come on, Tottenham. What's going on? Empty seats all over the Sporting Lisbon stadium, as there have been from what I can tell for most of the season. Where's my cigarette, my vape? Second corner for Sonny. This time it's not going to be a short one. Crossed it in. It's a free header. Oh, it's a header from Richarlison. It hits his head. He's ducking and it hits his head. How does it reach him? He's in the 6-yard box and he's doing this. Madness. Marcus Edwards, I think, gives away a free kick, or maybe is that a throw-in? Not entirely sure what's happening there. It's a throw-in to Tottenham. It's all Tottenham in the first 2.5 minutes, guys. Eric Dyer, Sonny, great ball forward towards Richarlison. That was Bentancur, sorry. Tottenham give away a free kick. Clever play. Perisic gets drawn into a foul. I think that was a foul on Inacio, I think. No, it was Pedro Porro. My apologies. First time we're going to see Sporting on the ball right now. Here's Reyes. Reyes on the ball, getting himself in trouble. Richarlison closing him down. Oh, the goalkeeper Adan there. He puts all sorts of problems. Here's Sonny. Sonny's got a chance. He lays it off to Højbjerg from distance. It's a block shot. It smashes the Porto player, the Sporting player. I think that's Ugarte. He absolutely smashes. No, it's Inacio. He absolutely smashes it. I think it was Pierre Højbjerg. Sonny gets the ball. It was a whole mess at the back for Sporting. An absolute disaster. Bentancur it was. Sonny lays the ball off of Bentancur, who absolutely volleys it, and it hits Inacio square in the junk, square in the crown jewels. You hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it. He's in a real problem. He's an absolute bother. He is an absolute bother. Inacio, I think he's only back. He didn't play because he got injured in the game on the weekend, and he limped off the pitch. He's really limping right now. Oh, poor man. Wowzers. Get the old magic sponge out. That's what they used to do, isn't it? The old magic sponge. Give it a little rub. He'll be okay, bro. Drop ball. 5 minutes played. Tottenham started brightly, to be honest, and Sporting not started particularly confidently. Here's Reyes again, looking back towards Adan, the goalie. Very good goalkeeper from what I can gather. There's so many empty seats in the stadium. Like you could have easily got, if you wanted to get a flight over, there was no problem getting tickets to the game, clearly. If you wanted to sit amongst the Sporting fans. But I don't know if Sporting fans are going to be dangerous. That's a lovely little play from Perisic there. The ball gets crossed in wide from Nuno Santos, and it goes absolutely nowhere. And Perisic just heads the ball back calmly back to the keeper. Well done, Pezza. Peri sauce. Here's Eric Dyer, looks forward towards Ben Davies. Towards Højbjerg. Højbjerg back to Ben Davies. Ben Davies. Stat padding back to Eric Dyer, looking for a little bit of space. Sporting seemingly, I'm not really sure what the formation they're kind of playing at the moment. They're not doing the low block and they're not doing the high press. It's all a bit kind of confusing. They win the ball back and it dribbles out for a throw in. Tom Marcannon's Carl Simpson saying, hello, mates. Hello all. How you doing, my man? How you doing, Carl? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. I don't know what was happening in the WhatsApp group chat a moment ago. Oh, here we go. Sonny, lovely little flick towards Harry Kane. Harry Kane's poor. It's really poor. He was trying to find the run from Pierre Højbjerg, but instead Sporting can break. And here's Marcus Edwards. He's one-on-one with the kid. Jesus Christ. It looked like an absolute flop shot from, I think that was Marcus Edwards does really, really well. Sporting break really quickly. Eric Dyer's getting twisted and turned. Ben Davies gets across, puts the block in, and it falls out on the left-hand side towards Gonçalves. And Gonçalves puts in a little pot shot. It looks like it's going 3 miles an hour, but Hugo Lloris struggles to get across to it and ends up just getting a hand to it. But it didn't look like it needed that much of a save. He had all the time in the world. Maybe his feet got stuck in the ground. Here's a corner kick, and Marcus Edwards puts it in the middle. It's a good corner, but Hugo Lloris picks it up on the edge of the 6-yard box, claims it convincingly. Well done, Hugo. Well done, my son. Wowzers. On Twitch, Real Enchantment Pig. What's happening, buddy? How you doing? He says, yo, where can I watch it? You can watch it, if you're in the UK, you can watch it on BT Sport. I don't have any streaming, free links or anything, my man. I can't give that stuff away on YouTube, otherwise I get myself banned. So I don't know where else you can watch it, but you can hear about it right here. If you want to watch the game, you probably need to have BT Sports or one of the main providers. Soren's in the house again. What's happening, Soren? He says he will find his nuts in Rosehead. 100%. He lives in Sweden. Real Enchantment Pigs. Oh, nice, man. Nice. Hope Sweden's treating you well. Hope you're having a good time out there in Stockholm. I'd love to go to Sweden. It's weird. It's only an hour away by flight, but I've never been there. I don't know why. Amazing people. I love the Swedes. I've never met a bad Swedish person. Like, everywhere I've been in my life, I've met a lot of Swedish people. I've never met a bad one. It's very, very, very cool group of people. 8.5 minutes gone. Throw into Sporting Lisbon on the right-hand side. It's a bit of a scrappy game so far, isn't it? It's not entire. It's not a huge amount to get excited about. Here's a Dan again, taking his time. Richarlison pressurising well. Come on, boys. Let's push. Let's push. Sporting, this is what Sporting are going to do. Sporting are going to try and suck us in. I think that's part of their plan for a Dan to like dawdle on the ball and for Tottenham to get sucked in a little bit and do the press, but don't do the high press particularly excellently or do it particularly well. Don't execute it well. And then they can move and break like they did a minute ago. Best chance of the game for sure went to Conchalves just then. There's a half chance, a shot from outside the area, but it's a shot on target, something that Spurs haven't achieved yet. Here's Bentancur. Bentancur looks towards Harry Kane, flicks Harry Kane through. Harry Kane, Bentancur flicks on Romero, who was in a very advanced position. That's interesting. Romero playing almost as right wing forward there. And it's a throw in to Tottenham Hotspur. Emerson Royale with the throw in, looks and finds Bentancur. Bentancur looks back towards the halfway line to find Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg looks left to find Ben Davies, who's right hugging the touchline. Perisic inside of him. Finds Ben Davies again. Is that offside? It's not. He tries to take the man on, and he goes for a third. Oh, no, it was offside. It was offside. It was offside. Wow. Real Chapman saying, it's really nice during Christmas. You should come sometime. I'd like to. I would like to. I'd love to. Yeah. Yeah, it's on my to-do list for sure. It's expensive there, isn't it? I've heard it's expensive everywhere these days, but I've heard like it's like 20 euros or 20 krona, like whatever 20 pound is in krona for a cup of coffee. Here's a Dan again, dawdling on the ball. This is definitely part of their tactics. A Dan is dawdling. He tries to bring Tottenham players out, and it's working. It's definitely working. We're kind of trying to execute the high press, but not really doing it. It's interesting. Here's Conchalves, looks forward. Oh, it's well done. Well dispossessed by Eric Dyer. Well done, Eric Dyer. And Harry Kane wins the ball back and ends up moving back towards the halfway line. It's a very compressed game. Trying to figure out these tactics is quite interesting because they're not doing a low block, but they are very structured and rigid with their line at the moment. Let's have a glass of lemonade and vodka and see if it makes more sense in a second. Makes total sense now. I figured it out. I have figured it out. £1 is 10 krona. Yeah, so just like a cup of coffee costs like 200 krona or something. That's what I've heard. Bobby K's here. Bobby, do you want to join, mate? You can come on and join if you want, bro. Let me send you the link. I know you're at home, aren't you, today? Because you're on work leave. If you want to come on and join the conversation, it's difficult doing a watch along by yourself. I realise now. Let me send you the link. Adam's, by the way, guys, for anyone that's watching that knows Adam, he's having to take a little bit of time away from the channel. He's had some. I won't share his news because it's not mine to share. But he's had some pretty stressful news from his personal life regarding some of his family, and as a consequence, he needs to take a step back from the channel, which I, of course, totally understand. And I'm so sorry to hear of the troubles that is not troubles, but like the concerns he has and things that's going on. So if you speak to Adam or if you see him, please send him your best wishes and best love. What am I doing here? Where's Bobby K? Chance for Sporting Lisbon. Is Reyes. Looks outside to Ignacio. Oh, here we go. Where are you, mate? Why can't I find? There you are, Bobby. I can press pause, Bobby. It's like actually I can't press pause. My controller's downstairs, but I could go downstairs and press pause on the game and get everything synced up if you want to come on. Yeah, sad news from Adam's camp. I think it's just some like health stuff going on, but he won't be on the channel for a little while, guys. So it's going to be just me, but I am going to be just bringing on the usual guests and the panel shows. Nothing's going to change in that regard. Here is Sporting now breaking down the right hand side. Here's Edwards, looks inside towards Ugarte to who's that? Oh, what's going on here? I'll move this around so I can see it easier. That's a free kick. Pedro Porro again giving Emerson Royale a bit of a tough time. Yeah, it's a free kick down. Emerson Royale does really well there against two men. He gets his foot clipped against the back heel of Pedro Porro, and Tottenham get themselves a free kick. Like I said, guys, it's not going to be a fun game tonight. You know, it's just going to be a real. The way I can see it happening, I think it's just going to be a real boring game. We're going to have to try our very best to stay resilient, stay tough, and see what happens. Here's Eric Dyer from the free kick. Eric Dyer looking wide towards Christian Romero. Christian Romero is very tan today. It's like I think he's been on. He hasn't been away anyway. It must be he's just been tanning. He's got quite a dark complexion anyway, but I think maybe just because of his Argentinian roots, I think he could just pick up that melanin quite quickly. And looks pretty dark. It's very, very cool. Very good look. Lovely ball into Perisic's head. It's a little first touch of hair, and we get the throw in for Tottenham. 15 minutes played. Still 0-0. I think it's going to be one of those games, ladies and gentlemen. What are your thoughts? Let me know. Tom Marcannon saying best wishes to Adam and his family. I appreciate that, my man. I'll let him know. I think he might be watching. I hope he could be watching. I don't know. Bobby K says, sorry to hear about Adam. Good luck to him and his family, and God bless. Nice, mate. Nice. Are you going to come on? Join. Oh, nice one, Bobby. Appreciate that. Cooper's saying, look out, Bobby K's incoming. How's Alabama doing, Coops? Treating you well? What time is it in Alabama right now? Must be midday. Is it 12 o'clock? Nice lunchtime football game to watch. Here's Emerson Royale. Emerson Royale looks inside towards Richarlison. Back, that's a 1-2 with Richarlison. Back to Emerson Royale. Emerson Royale to Højbjerg. Højbjerg looks inside the Bentancur. He does really well. Dribbles the ball out of three players there. Well done. Finds Harry Kane, and Harry Kane just sends it back. It's a terrible long ball from Eric Dyer. From Pierre Højbjerg, sorry. Mate, I need to get my HD. This bedroom TV that I've got is stat like it's supposed to be HD, but because I'm drawing Sky from a different room, it shows it in like standard def, and you can't make out the players. You can't make them out at all. It's rubbish, absolutely rubbish. Sporting doing the same old trick with a Dan. Playing the ball slowly out of the back, trying to flick the ball, trying to draw Sporting. Tottenham on, they've done very well. Oh no, chance now for Sporting. Pedro Porro comes inside. He goes left towards Santos. Santos crosses the ball in. Oh, is that a handball shout? No, it's not. I don't think so. Maybe there is. It's Santos again. Santos looks back towards Reyes. Reyes looks inside and finds Koetesh. No, Ugarte, sorry. Ugarte finds Inacio, and they move the ball back, and the move breaks down. That was lovely football, lovely technical football there from Sporting. They play it slowly from the back, and Tottenham are getting sucked out of position. We're not a team that does the high press very well. Why are we doing that? That's really silly. Doesn't seem to work. I don't think it works for me anyway. Here's Sporting again. They break the ball down the right-hand side. Koetesh looks right towards Inacio. Inacio finds Marcus Edwards. Edwards looks right towards Pedro Porro. Cross comes in. There's nobody there, and Emerson can head the ball quite clearly away and finds Richarlison. But the ball breaks down again. Tottenham sloppy and slow. Sloppy and slow. It's boring football. It's a boring game of football. Come on, Tottenham! Wakey, wakey. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. It is midday, isn't it? It's beginning to cool off finally, so we're dreaming of cooler weather currently. 28 degrees over in Alabama with no humidity. Well, that's a winner for us in September. Wow. It's still nice over here in the UK. It's been raining a little bit quite a lot in the last week, but yeah, it's not. It's nowhere near as hot as it was in the peak. Here's Harry Kane. Harry Kane breaks through, crosses the ball in. It hits the face of Inacio, the centre-back, and it comes back to Harry Kane again. Harry Kane this time looks for Højbjerg. I think that was. Oh, is that Højbjerg? Yes, it was. No, that's Ben Davies. Here's Sporting can break now. Sporting looking right towards Pedro Porro again. Here's Marcus Edwards. They're quite technical. They're quite clever with their passing. They are quite clever, and they move the ball around. They'll go right, and then they'll pull it back, and then they'll zip it towards the left. And here, that's what they're doing exactly right now. Here's Santos, looks back towards Reyes. Nothing down the left, so they pull it back, and they pass it through the back, and then they go right again. It's one of these kind of like a pendulum. The way they play football is almost like a pendulum across the pitch. It's quite interesting to see. Chance for... No, I'll leave that alone, boys. That's okay. Perisic gets back and stops the ball going out for a corner kick. Boring Tottenham. This is Yawnsville, USA. Throw into Sporting Lisbon. They're moving it left like the pendulum says. Here's Santos, looks inside to Reyes, going back towards the centre circle. Look at Tottenham getting pulled out of position. It's very clever. They just haven't got the technical ability. They play similar football to Tottenham, to be honest. It's all very similar. It looks like this could be a training match with two teams playing exactly the same way. The only difference being that you'd hope that Tottenham have got better players on the night. But this is going to be a real game of chess, But I don't know how I'm going to make this exciting for the people that are watching this because it's boring. Here's Richarlison. Richarlison does lovely there. Really wins the ball well in the air and finds the ball towards Harry Kane. Harry Kane finds Emerson. Emerson finds Harry Kane again. And what's Harry Kane doing there? A cross-come shot from the halfway line. Yeah, no, Harry. No, Harry. Not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. Lynch is saying we're playing the press and they getting out of it every time on our left-hand side. Yeah. Don't know, Lynchy, mate. It's pretty... it just feels like this is Tottenham A versus Tottenham B. Like, teams doing exactly the same thing. There's no end product. Richarlison gets absolutely hammered there. Absolutely hammered from, was that Ugartesh, I think? Yeah, the hard man in the midfield. No free kick. I'd like to see that again on the slow motion replay. And now Sporting can break the ball. It's just boring. This is boring. Everything about this game is slow, sloppy. Here's Marcus Edwards, the little trickster. Enfield born. Looks right towards Pedro Porro. Ball comes inside. Here's Reyes now. Reyes looks central. Gets a 1-2 back from, I think that was Goncalves. Here's Ugart. Long ball in, dangerous area. This time it runs out of play for no problem. Guys, this is like... I might record this and then play it at like midnight when I go to bed tonight if I have trouble sleeping. Boring football. Tottenham playing out from the back. Eric Dyer looks back towards Hugo Lloris. Hugo Lloris looks towards a 1-2. Tottenham can break here, can they? No, they give the ball away. It's so sloppy. It's so boring. Here's Bentancur. Bentancur looks back towards QT Romero. QT Romero slips it inside. 1-2s all around with Højbjerg. Højbjerg getting upset there with Bentancur for not playing it back to him, even though I don't know why you're upset, bro. There's nothing to really talk about. Nothing to do anyway. Here's a lovely little 1-2 with... Oh, it's so bad! That is so bad! Sonny and Kane, just not on the same wavelength. Not on the same wavelength whatsoever. And Sporting can break. 23 minutes gone. I feel like I might end this fucking stream if it doesn't pick up. I'd rather take the dog for a walk. I knew this would be a boring game. I knew it would. Here we go. Tottenham win the ball back now. Come on, Tottenham. Let's build. Real champ meant pig here, and I found a game. Oh, you're on YouTube now. Oh, but welcome to. Nice, man. Nice. I hope that means that you've subscribed to the channel to comment. Nice, man. I'm glad you found a game. Come back and see us again, my man. I promise you, the channel's usually more exciting than this particular version. The game is just difficult to work with, mate. But have a nice evening yourself, my man. Come and see us again sometime soon. Cooper saying more lemonade and vodka. Yeah, exactly, mate. I got one glass. I feel like I need to do something to perk me up a little bit. Here we go. Chance for Tottenham. No. Oh, here's a chance. It's Richarlison. Breaks. Richarlison gets a chance. A block shot. It's a really good block shot from Mateus Reyes. Oh, it's a good chance. Mistakes are put. And it's a free header. Oh, no. Three Tottenham players. But Adan gets out, and it might have been offside anyway. I think if I had reached the head, it was a lovely little teasing ball from Perisic. Just when I say it couldn't get more dull, it starts to pick up, people. It starts to pick up. Wow. Let's have a look. Is there any other games on? There's no other games on yet, is there, in the Champions League tonight? We'll find out what other games are on after this game in a little while. Bentancur with a weird little backwards header. It feels nicely to Harry Kane, who flicks it on to Richarlison. Starting to get some mojo working here. Here's QT Romero. QT Romero looks inside to Højbjerg. Højbjerg finds Harry Kane with a bit of space to turn. He looks deep on the left-hand side towards Perisic. Perisic with a couple of step-overs is there. Now cross comes in to Richarlison. Oh, Richarlison! He heads it down. And it smashes into the ground. If he hits it, it's just hit. He's just let it hit his head a little bit. Like, it's just gone too low. If he gets a better connection. If he does the pigeon. And it's on target, and it was going to be on target. And you can even see Conte doing it. He's doing this. That's the best chance of the game for me. But Richarlison heads it into the ground, and it's easy for Adan to pick it up. Oh, no. Inter are playing in a 1-0 up away to Victoria Pilsen. Edin Dzeko scored. That man's still playing. Oh, shit. Here comes Sporting Lisbon. Shot from distance. Oh! They're good at shooting from distance. You know? It's away. Who was that? That was Trincao. It was a very tricky player, Trincao. Let me get the Sky Sports scores up. Yeah, you're right. The only other game. And later on, we've got Leverkusen against Trincao as a shot from distance. Emerson lets him have a bit too much space there from Emerson. If it was a better shot that wasn't hooked, could have been trouble. So Leverkusen have got Madrid. Atletico Madrid, that is. Bayern Munich are playing Barcelona at 8 o'clock. That'll be an absolute classic game. Can't wait to see that. And then you've also got Porto against Club Brugge. Liverpool against Ajax. And Marseille against Frankfurt. Oh, I don't know. Liverpool-Ajax will be a great game as well, guys. What do you think? What game are you going to be watching after this? Are you going to watch... I'm guessing you're not going to watch Leverkusen, Madrid, Atletico, Porto, Club Brugge, or Marseille, Frankfurt, unless you have a specific interest. Maybe Marseille, Frankfurt, as it is pertinent to our success. But you've got to think Bayern Munich against Barcelona or Liverpool, Ajax will be the draw in that game, right? Tell me what your thoughts are. Anyway, back to the game. Sporting can break here. Here's Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro looks to come inside, but Tottenham have got 10 men behind the ball. Cross comes in anyway. Nobody there. Hugo Lloris lets it go out. Goal kick. Tottenham Hotspur. 28 minutes gone. 27 and a half minutes gone. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be honest, this is exactly... I've said this to you a few times now. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. A real stubborn affair. Richarlison... If Richarlison takes that header better and it becomes 1-0, the game immediately changes, right? That's the problem. If you're going to play this kind of game, it's a game of chess. It's going to be 0-0 until a goal happens. And as soon as a goal... Whichever way the goal happens, as soon as that happens, the game entirely changes. Right now, both teams are trying to figure itself out. Here's Perisic down the left-hand side. Perisic finds Heung-min Son. Can Heung-min Son do a bit of skill? He does a lovely little bit of skill there and takes it round Inacio. Inacio can Only look as he puts the ball back towards Perisic. Perisic finds Pierre Højbjerg. Højbjerg lofts the ball across the midfield, cuts out two Sporting players and finds Romero, who looks forward towards Harry Kane. Harry Kane looks right towards Emerson Royale. Emerson, what can you do? Oh, he tries a little take it. He takes it on and he does it well. Puts the winter ball in. That's a great ball. Oh, there's nobody there. There's nobody there. What a ball from Emerson Royale. He does the jink, does the step over, guys, and then takes the knock. We don't see him beat a man too often, but he does it this time. And he whips in an absolutely phenomenal ball into a dangerous area. There was nobody in the area. Nobody in the 6-yard box. If anybody was like a fox in the box type of player who was there, that's a 1-0, 100%. Here's Tottenham, chance for Spurs. Oh, this time it's Emerson. There's Emerson in the 6-yard box. The throw-in lands at the feet of Emerson, and he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. He flicks the ball. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is, here we go. Oh, we've got a man down over there on the left-hand side. Is that Ben Davies? Emerson Royale from distance gets it out. Tottenham have got a corner kick again. That is the corners that I needed, boys. I think I've just won some money. Let me check on my Betfair app. Have a look, see. Let's see how we're doing. In play. Bets in play. Got to be honest, that the sporting manager, Amarin, he is the spitting image of my best mate in Melbourne, Australia, Andrew. It's quite incredible. Where's my bets? Who's down? Ben Davies is down, getting we're having a little injury break, a little water break as well. So we're going to bring in somebody now. Someone's just joined the stream. Who's joined me? Is it Bobby K? It is Bobby K. Welcome to the stream, Bobby K. How you doing, my man?
I'm well, buddy. How are you?
Hang on a second. Let me bring you back. And now I need to. Where can I shoot? Oh, there you go. I'm good, mate. I'm good. Thanks for joining.
No problem, buddy. Sean invites me. How do I say no to Shawnee boy? How do I say no? Sorry, I had to move the laptop and everything. I figured if I'm doing my first watch-along ever, I've got to be watching the game. So I had to set this thing up here in the TV room and everything. And
I like that flag. The flag you got going on the background is very cool, my man.
That's the one I got made for when we come for the trip that I was telling you. Hopefully we can get to the training ground and get it autographed for the kids there, right? So
is that over a window? Is that how it looks? So
yeah, that's why it's really really bright. So I tried to hang something up there. The curtains they're pretty curtains. That's what Mama K liked, instead of ones that actually block lighting. But why would you buy curtains that actually block light? What's the point of putting them up there for show, right?
Yeah, I like it, mate. I like it. Are you watching the game? What's your timing? What time are you on?
Actually, they just took it off the TV right now. I'm at 30:52 right now.
All right, listen. Let me stay there for 1 second. I'm gonna run downstairs, or you take over the talking for a second. I'm gonna run downstairs and get the controller, and I'll press pause, and then we can sync up. Give me 2 seconds, okay?
Sounds good, buddy. Sounds good. So pretty scrappy game right now. I don't know where you guys at. You're obviously ahead of me here. I don't know where some of you are in the chat, but I'm watching Son about to take this corner here. Come on, Sonny, put one in the box. Let's get something going here, man. It's been pretty shitty so far, hasn't it? Oh, come on. Nobody's even getting to the end of the balls here. Nobody's fighting for balls. What's going on here? Why are we looking tired already? Guys, what have I missed? I spent the last 15 minutes here trying to set all this stuff up to join you guys and Sean. So hopefully everybody in the chat, you're doing good. You're enjoying the games wherever you guys are. Looks like a nice, sunny, decent day over there, at least in Portugal. Wouldn't mind being over there watching this, that's for sure. Come on, Tottenham, get it in there. Let's get moving here. Don't know too much about sporting, guys, to be honest with you, here to be able to speak about them intelligently. And I'm just a little bit shocked as how many empty seats there are really through this stadium here. Don't know how good they're doing in their league over there, but I know they did well in their first game. They took Frankfurt down 3-0 in Frankfurt in their house. So I wasn't expecting this to be an easy game anyways. I know a lot of people weren't anyways.
Sorry, buddy. I'm
How you
back.
doing, buddy? So far, I'm just watching this. We're already looking tired and stuff. I missed about 15 minutes of the game setting this all up, right? So,
No, it's okay. So, yeah, I mean, no,
yeah,
it's not
we're
that.
not
I
looking
don't think
that
it's
good,
about
are we?
Tottenham. I think it's about. Let me press pause, right? So,
Yeah,
okay, I'm going to
32,
press pause.
34, 35, 36,
Wait. Okay, so let me know when you're at 33:30.
33. Okay.
And we'll
So,
play.
so far, what's going on? Sorry, I'm just seeing Tom's just put in something here. I missed a good Emerson cross. So that's about it. Okay, so the one
Yeah,
good
it's
play of
about
the
it,
game
mate.
so far. Seeing Emerson put a cross in.
Emerson put in a really good
That's our
cross,
highlight reel.
and Richarlison missed a header. But it's
Oh.
been a really boring game.
Sorry, I'm at 3:03. I just saw the ball played through to Richie, who just tried to play it to Sonny, who was would have been offside anyways. So at 11 here, okay. Oh, Richie was outside on the initial. Oh, okay, he was way offside on the first ball. Okay, so that didn't matter then.
Yeah, I think this game is going to be one of the most boring games in the history of boring games, if I'm honest.
27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34.
Okay,
We're
perfect.
on. Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah. We're synced up, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. If you are watching it with us, then press pause as well and then catch up to 33:44 seconds.
That's clever, Sean. I like that. The clock and everything you've put up. You know me, I don't watch the watch-alongs and stuff because normally the time is so off. I find it, you guys are screaming goal or something like that. And I'm sitting here going, oh, something's coming or the other team scores. It kind of ruins it for you, right? So
yeah.
I appreciate you pausing.
I'm going to be moving to OBS where I can make it so that when you have more than one person on, like we have right now, then you have to be the two people need to be smaller, and the screen needs to have the thing bigger, which is unnecessary. But I'll be moving to OBS very soon.
What's OBS? Is that like your streaming thing, or
it's just a different? Rather than doing it on StreamYard, you do it on
okay,
OBS instead. Cross comes in from Sporting Lisbon. Oh, cross rid of it. Well done, Eric. Ben Davies.
Yeah, Ben Davies is in there. You surprised to see him start?
No. A lot of people. I understand the decision. To be honest, I feel like I understand why people would want to have.
What's going on here? Romero's down.
That's not good. Nothing even happened to him either. No, he's
no. Bentancur is waving it off. Yeah, he's saying he's okay.
He's fine. He's just play acting. Yeah, I'm not particularly. I mean, listen, I've been saying it all week. I think that today was going to be a 0-0, 1-0 win, low scoring, boring game. It's obvious to me. I can't get over how much. I cannot get over how much the Sporting Lisbon manager. He is the spitting image of my best friend in Australia. It's insane. It's
the Lisbon manager.
The guy who's wearing the white T-shirt. The guy you just saw.
Yeah, they just saw the young guy.
Yeah, Amarin. Yeah, I had no idea how much he looks like my friend Andrew Marigliani in Australia.
Really?
It's same hair, same everything about it. You wouldn't. Excuse me. You'd struggle to separate them if you saw them. It's crazy. Here's Sporting again, trying to break the team down. Possession-wise, 54% to Sporting, 46% to Tottenham. Here's Marcus Edwards running at his old team. He's having a shot from distance, and it's over the top. Over the top.
Over the top. It was in the second tier, no? How has he been doing at Sporting? If he's starting, he must be doing all right over there.
He's a good player, mate. Yeah, he's doing really well.
He went showing Longley warming up on the sidelines here. He's stretching out.
I think we need to see something different in the second half.
Yeah. Sorry, you were saying? I just cut you off regarding Edwards. He went to.
Yeah, he left Tottenham and went to play for a different team in Portugal. I think I forget the name of the team off the top of my head. Oh, you go. Hang on 1 second. Here's Richarlison. Richarlison's through on goal.
Whoa,
he's got a chance. Well defended by Kartesh. He's offside anyway.
No, he's offside again. Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Okay, we've got to teach Richie the offside rule here.
Absolutely terrible football.
Oh, he's well off. Well, no. Okay, no. Almost. Half a second on the run there. That's not too bad from this angle. I don't know what channel are you watching it on, or what stream, or?
What do you mean, BT Sport?
You're on BT Sport. Okay, maybe if I was to switch to BT Sport, because I've got one of those boxes, right? So I've got like.
You'll still be delayed though. You'll still if you've got one of those.
Still behind, yeah.
You'll still be behind, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the other one I was watching on was like even 90 seconds behind this one. So
Here's Sonny. Oh, it's good football.
good
And he
ball.
gets a
Good ball
break.
to Sonny. Get into
Sonny,
the
go
box.
on, Sonny. Do
Come on,
something.
Sonny.
Put the ball in. Chance for Tottenham.
Ah!
Oh, you can't blame Sonny for that. There was nobody in the midfield.
Nobody in the middle. Nobody in the middle there.
Fuck's sake. You got a cold, Bobby?
Richie had run 2-4. Yeah, I'm just a little bit stuffed up here. Sorry, man. Let me. I'll be back in a second. Let me
That's
go
all right.
clear up.
Okay, mate. No worries, mate. Jacob's also going to come and join us as well for the second half, I believe. Best chance for Tottenham. Well, not best chance for Tottenham. There's better chances for Tottenham, but that was a decent chance. Sonny looked really good then. He made the right decisions. He looked up, was patient. He took the ball on. He found the ball in the right position. He just couldn't find. There was nobody there. Sporting and overlapped and overlaid the middle, and there was just no space, nothing. That's not Sonny's fault. That's the rest of the team's fault for not supporting him. Here's Romero. Romero, what are you going to do, son? Oh, it's a nice little ball in towards Harry Kane's feet. It falls to the feet of Bentancur. Bentancur looks left and finds Pierre Mohojberg, who looks left again and finds Ben Davies. Ben Davies looks inside. Oh, it's picked off well. It's picked off really well by Ignacio. And Sporting can break again.
Yeah, but Richie was making that run. Davies should have played that ball right away.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Here's Gonçalves. Well done. Who was that? Ben Davies gets across. Oh, dear. Look at Sonny. I was seeing the replay. Sonny looks up. He does very well.
Right on the line, too. Beautiful ball.
There's nobody there. It's not his fault.
A little bit close in there.
Any changes you want to see in the second half right now, mate? We're at the stage of the game where, you know.
Well, you tell me because we've looked kind of dull, haven't we? So where are we lacking? Is it everywhere, or are we not just?
It's everywhere, mate. The whole thing looks like it's a 0-0 written all over it, as I've been saying.
Okay,
you know?
But is it just maybe a time just leave it as it is? If like how have their chances been? Have they had anything concrete, anything to scare us? Really, I saw the one shot that was a little bit light that Lloris palmed out there. That was going into the bottom corner. Other than that, I haven't seen anything from them.
Yeah, they've had a couple of shots. Marcus Edwards had one from distance, and Gonçalves had one from distance, and obviously the one that the shot came in from. It was Gonçalves that took a shot from deep, and it trickled its way through. But I think Hugo Lloris might have had his feet plugged into the sand or something, because he made a big deal out of it, went for a corner kick. But apart from that, the only chances, mate, that have really come in this game so far have been that particular one at about the 15th minute for Sporting. And then there was a second one for Sporting about, 10 minutes ago, just before you came on, that was hit wide. And then Tottenham have had a couple of chances, but nothing really apart from but the best chance of the game was Richarlison's header. He's 6 yards out and he jumps and he heads the ball into the ground, but he heads the ball so into the ground that it literally hits the ground by his feet and it just pops up, and it's easy for Adan to save. If the ball's headed like direct at the goal, I think it's going to be difficult for Adan to get there. But
so I missed that. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've had the one chance, really, nothing too spectacular otherwise. So we haven't looked poor, but we haven't looked good. So I don't think we need to make the changes right at halftime then. Let's see.
Well, something needs to change, mate. It feels to me like it's either a 0-0 written all over it, or if whoever scores the first goal, it changes everything, right? Because I think if you score the first goal, whoever scores the first goal probably goes on to win the game 2-0. If Tottenham score the first goal, then Sporting have to come out and press and play a little bit more aggressively. And if they do that, then they leave more space open at the back, and then Tottenham can go on and nick a second. But I just think if there's no first goal, then there's no second goal, which makes, that's obvious. That's silly to say, but you understand what I'm saying, right? I don't think you
can score the second goal without the first one. Yeah.
If there's a first goal, there'll probably be a second goal. Yeah.
What is Sporting doing poorly in the league or something like that? Because for a Champions League game, again.
Number 3, Richarlison, put it in.
He's offside though. He's offside.
He's offside.
He's offside. I said that as soon as the ball was played. I told you he was offside.
Have a look at that.
He was.
Have a look at that again.
The ball was played. That's why I didn't get too excited there, buddy.
It's a great finish from Richarlison. Let's have a look at it again.
Finish. Yeah, to cut around the goalie.
Yeah, he's well offside.
Look where he is. Again, come on, man. Watch your fucking line.
Miles offside. It's miles offside. What's happening, Jacob? How you doing, my man?
Hey.
Hey, look who's there.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
How you
How you
doing?
doing, buddy?
I'm
What's
good,
crack
buddy.
a
I'm doing good. How's everybody doing tonight? Today for me, it's really still morning.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's boring.
One
Boring football.
129.
Boring
Yeah.
football.
Good day so
Boring.
far, Jacob. Can't complain. Nice treatment at the Cairo. And then I went for a nice deep tissue massage. I've had my meds. Just need some
Okay.
lunch. Hanging out with you fellas. So
What are you having for lunch?
Good day. Don't know. Whatever I can convince the mother-in-law to make.
I love the word
I'm
lunch.
busy.
Love the word lunch.
Well, it's technically, I guess it's 1:30 now, so it'd be a late lunch today, but something light then, I guess.
Here's Santos. Santos looks inside. Little dinky cross in. Well
Oh,
done, Eric Dyer.
good
Does really
Dyer,
well.
good,
Come on,
good,
Sonny.
good.
Oh, Sonny
No,
gives the
no.
ball away. Chance for Sporting to have a shot from
Close him
distance.
down,
Sonny
close
wins the
him
ball
down.
back. Well
Good,
done,
good.
Sonny. Oh, gives the ball away again. This time Perisic gives the ball away.
No. It's okay. They fouled him. They fouled Perisic.
Sonny.
Free kick to Spurs just outside our box.
This is so frustrating, football. So bloody frustrating.
Sorry, my apologies to everybody in the chat and to you, Sean. This is the first watch along I've ever done, so I'll do my level best to try to keep pace with what you're doing here, pal.
Oh, it's okay, mate. It's okay, mate. Just
Don't worry, Bobby. It's my first time too.
we're breaking double ducks today.
Yeah.
Double ducks.
I'm like 20 seconds ahead of you guys, so I'm just holding
Press
it all
pause.
in.
Press pause. Can you press pause?
It's on Paramount Plus, which doesn't let me pause because it's like
You can press
live
pause.
TV.
Well, I can move the game forward 20 seconds, but Bobby can't.
I can look for a different feed. Like I said, I've got like 20 feeds on here because
Okay.
it's showing me what time you're on. So go to the time that you're on in your thing.
Oh, I'm at 44:15 because of where you are, but
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Go if you went to live or whatever. Like where would it have you?
it'd be a minute. It'd be a minute. We're gonna get to half time in a second. So, but like, just see if you can find another feed that's 20 seconds
ahead of that. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I'll
Right,
try and
okay.
merge.
Okay.
How you doing, Jacob? You okay?
Oh man, I'm doing good. Eventful morning, took a little longer to get on your show than I anticipated or hoped for, but glad I'm here now. I missed like 5 minutes of this first half, and it was very recently because I was setting up, but it doesn't look like I've missed much because
I'm at 45 plus 20 now. Found one.
What are you on, Jacob?
45 plus 21,
27,
22,
28.
23,
I
24.
can't pause though. It's live.
Okay,
so I'll be about 8 seconds ahead then. So let me find one that's about 7 seconds behind this then. Well, there's more, Sean. Hold on. You guys just stay where you are. I'll try to find. So you're at 45.
Big up Tom. Big up Neil.
I've just seen something. I'm now 46. I've just seen Marcus Edwards absolutely destroy the Tottenham team. Oh my God, Marcus Edwards looks like an absolute beast.
I think we're at the same time because I'm at 56, 57, 58.
Hang on. Wait, what time are you at? You know what? I'm going to wait until half time and then start again. This is crazy.
Yeah, that'll
We'll
be
sync up at halftime.
What a save from Hugo Lloris, though. You guys won't have seen that yet. If you're
wow. Yeah,
Oh,
I just saw it.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Hugo Daddy Lloris. Why is it
Wow.
always like
How
this?
the hell did Marcus just cut through everybody like that, though?
Why is it like this?
What
Why
the
are we
shit, man?
like this?
Dude, look where he runs from. The inside of the half. 1, 2, Dyer. Oh, my God. Oh, Perisic.
What a save from Hugo.
Whoa.
Oh, he's only just got his fingertips to it as well. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad from Tottenham. Marcus Edwards, an ex-Tottenham player, just jinks around the fucking lot of us.
Everybody.
What time are you on right now, guys? What time are you on?
It's not showing because it's high.
Yeah, it's a replay right now, so it's not
Corner
showing
kick
me.
coming in. Get rid of it! Fuck's sake!
58, 59, 2.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're about the same, Bobby.
Around. We just
So you 2-0.
just got fouled. Now we just got
47, 47-11, 47-12, something like that.
10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 47, 14, 47, 15.
Perfect. Okay.
There we go. Now they just blew the whistle right now.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's half time, and best chance of the game goes to a Tottenham player, or at least an ex-Tottenham player. What the fuck is that? Unbelievable.
We said Richie had that one. He just couldn't do shit with it,
But
right?
that's nothing compared to like that was a good chance as well. But I don't know. Listen, I'm going to put the link out there. Anyone who wants to come on and join and say their piece at halftime, let us know what your thoughts are, guys. There's 30 of you watching. It's very quiet on the channel tonight. I understand why. There's everybody else who's streaming as well, and it's also on TV. If you want to come on and have your say, come on and tell us what's going on, what you would do if you.
Oh, gotta get Decky on, obviously. But right away, do you think right at halftime, or are we going to wait a little bit to see how they come out and see how they start the second half, or do you think we should make the subs right now and start doing them early?
Part of me would like. I'd like to see something different. I'd like to see something like maybe bring on a Basuma or an Ollie Skip. Like I'd like to see us overload the midfield a little bit and go two up front.
And who do we sacrifice then for them?
Something different. I mean, I think that you could probably sacrifice Rishi for that. We've got Cooper coming on. Is this Alabama Cooper? Is this Cooper from Alabama?
Hey, Cooper, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on?
How you doing, buddy? Good to see your face, my man.
Yeah, thank y'all for doing this. I can't watch the game, and I wiggled my way out of work so I could work from home just so I could try to do that.
A nice one. Do you not have a link if you're on your laptop that you can just play it on the side?
I'm actually doing it on my phone. I'm actually work laptop, and I got the TV behind me listening to y'all, but chimed on the telephone to try
I mean to stream the game though. Do you guys? And I'm just curious in the States. I'm sure you guys have. Jacob, you guys.
Is the game not on like right? on like
it's on
Peacock or something?
It's on Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
it's on Paramount Plus for me.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Cooper, my man? What would you do if you were Conte right now?
Do you throw somebody in to try to push it around? Do you throw Decky in maybe? But who do you lose? Everybody seems to be playing, solid but boring.
Yeah.
Do you throw something in there to get crazy? I'm from the South. I'd do something crazy.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, I listen. If I was in charge, I'd be doing something crazy. I don't know what the solution is. I feel like this game has got 0-0 written all over it, or 1-0. I've been saying it all week. I feel like you could go and bring on Decky at right wing back, take off Emerson, because we're not getting threatened down our right, down their left, right. When they bring the ball out, I said this as well. When they have the ball, they want to move down their right hand side. So for me, I don't think it's too much of a defensive threat to bring on Decky and play him at right wing back, and have all four. You have Perisic on the left, you have Decky on the right, and then you have Sonny Kane and Sonny Kane and Richarlison in front. I think that's an option. The other option would be to go and compete more in midfield and bring on somebody like Ollie Skip or Basuma, but that would come across a little bit defensive, I think.
What about putting Decky into a 10 role or something like that and sacrificing a defender?
Or going 4 at the back?
Yeah.
Well, we just saw what Marcus Edwards can do. Marcus Edwards literally...
They clogged the midfield on him? Because that's the first time they came through the middle, though, that I saw. The rest of it was on the sides.
I'm just saying,
they were coming down the wings, right?
Marcus Edwards is like... He was ours. He was ours, bro. He was ours 2 years ago. We let him go for free. What are we doing?
I just realized how big these fucking headphones are. Holy crap.
I think it's a little bit of that mixture of like you're playing your old team, so you got a little extra spice in your boots. That's what I think it is. Because he didn't like get the cold shoulder from them. He just stepped up and away from them. So I think for him, it's more of like a, maybe you're punching your little brother a little easier than you would if you're punching someone else's little brother. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. 24Z saying, and people are telling me Davies is good enough. Yeah, Davies was twisted and turned there. I think Longley would have got twisted and turned as well. I don't know if we haven't got a defender on that side of the pitch that can handle that sort of player. We just don't. It is what it is. We have to, shake hands with ourselves until we get to the transfer window and maybe look to reinforce. But
we saw Longley warming up already, so maybe that's what Conte's strategy is.
But I don't think Longley's not any better at defending against that kind of player. He's terrible in the air. He's not quick on his feet either. If you're playing Longley, you're playing him because he's okay defensively. He's like a good defender, but he's better with the ball at his feet. Whether he runs with the ball and progresses it directly himself, or whether he tries to send it 30, 40 yards and finds a recipient, there's a higher likelihood of that ball finding where it's intended to go when he's got the ball than it has with Davies. But if you're looking at a player who's going to do better against people like Marcus Edwards or Trincao, for me, Ben Davies is not great, but he's better than Longley. And that's just the consequences of our team. Like, that is just the reality. So I don't think that subbing Davies for Longley is going to improve against if we're worried about Marcus Edwards in the second half. I just think we need to control the ball better. For me, I think we need to have someone who can dominate the ball and when we have the ball, do better with it. And that, I don't know what the option is there. Like, for me, I think we either bring on Decky or we go with a 5 in midfield, go flat 5 in midfield and see what we can do. Coops, what are your thoughts, my man?
I was just thinking about what you were saying about Longley, a little bit more defensive, but would that be enough to shake it up? I think we're kind of, set with maybe a Decky change just to try to throw something into the mix just to finally break through. I mean, we've done some, from listening to y'all, we've done some great things getting there, but no finish, nobody in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree, my man. Jacob, what if you were in charge, if you were the big boss man, getting paid £15 million a year?
Ooh.
You know?
Well, I'd probably have a better haircut. I wouldn't look all greasy today if I made that much money.
Yeah, he does look a little bit greasy, doesn't he? But what would you do, my man, if you're getting paid the big bucks to figure this shit out? I can see Glenn Hoddle shaking his head as I'm looking at the TV right now. He's obviously not impressed. What do you do? I just feel like this is stubborn. It's a stubborn game. I knew it was going to be, but how do you do it?
You really got to find someone to crack that egg open. They're starting to hard boil it there a little bit, and it's getting tighter in the middle. And I think that they're starting to find some success with their people out on the right hand side. I mean, when it comes down to it, Dyer and Davies, we've all said we need better. At this point, it's one of those flip of a coin. Like, maybe Longley will give you something better right now, maybe he won't. But at this point, I'm willing to flip that coin. So from his first touch, I thought Ben Davies has been woeful. And I haven't really seen much from him to convince me that he was prepared for this game. When you see competition at certain positions, I like to see what their response is after they've been benched. You look at Decky, Kulusevski. He responds well to being given that chance to prove, like, hey, is this your position? Like, let's go out there and win it. And Richarlison did the same thing. When he got his chances, he made the most of it. And it's like, Ben Davies, this is kind of your chance to really show Conte and Spurs fans that Longley's not the answer to your position, that you're the answer to this position. And unfortunately, I just think he hasn't done that. I mean, if you just look at I'm just combing over the basic stats here, and I mean, it looks like our whole back three have been bad, starting with Romero and Dyer and Davies. But what do we really have to help there?
They've been bad, Jake, right? They've been bad in terms of giving away a little bit sloppiness, right? But on top of that, once again, I don't want to hear just people focusing on the players that I'm not saying you're doing this, Jacob, but I know that a lot of the Tottenham fans, and I've been saying this for a while now, like I feel like they look at the fact we've got Ben Davies and Eric Dyer, and because I think on some level, some sort of psychological level, they think because those players have been at Tottenham for 7 years, they're not fresh enough, like recency bias, right? And if you were to change Eric Dyer's name to Eric Dior, and he looked a little bit different, he had long hair and he came from France or came from something like sexy,
Eric
you go,
Dior.
and he played exactly the same way, right? And conceded so few goals, you'd say, like, oh, he's brilliant. But because it's Eric Dyer who's doing it, and because it's Ben Davies who's doing it, it's not good enough. And for me, like, I think that we need to give, I've just seen that replay of that goal that was disallowed, the offside goal that Richarlison scored. Richarlison took the ball very well, took it around the keeper, Adan, who is, by the way, a very good goalkeeper, found the back of the net. But when you watch it in slow motion, both him and Son were a yard offside. Now, I don't know whether that's like Harry Kane at fault for delaying the pass that should have happened earlier, or whether it's the other two being impatient and just not tracking the line. But that is a forward line bad decision. And for me, it's a consistent theme right now is our forwards are not connecting. They're not like, there's no chemistry. There's no telepathy or whatever the phrase is that Tottenham worked with last season to make us get to where we got. This season, the telepathy's gone. They're not on the same wavelength. And I don't want to
maybe
see us
it's
just throwing shit towards the back three, because for me the front three are just as guilty of
no. I think
being
when you
poor.
look at these performances in first halves and second halves where we've looked similar to this, it's not a 1 or 2 or 3 person fault. It's a whole left side, right side at different times at fault, in my opinion. And I do agree. You got to look at more than just what your eyes want you to look at and say, oh, this is bad, right? Like naturally, we're a little more groomed and combed to look at Eric Dyer and Ben Davies and say and judge them very harshly because of the atrociousness that we've seen from them. And I think that that's fair. But there, I think there is a little bit of that. We got a new toy. We want to see what it looks like because we've been playing with this old one, and quite frankly, it's just looking a little janky here and there. And I do agree that telepathy, whatever we had, that little that juju that we had between the front three last season, that made us so.
It's
Is it
gone.
Kulusevski? Is he the spark to that? Is
Well,
there a
he's not
way
been
we
great
got?
either. Like, he hasn't had the greatest start. Like, I'm not going to criticize him specifically because obviously Sonny's been woeful. I think there's some rationale why you can justify Sonny's bad performances. I think that he's been crowded out. I think that too much of our team plays down the left now, which is unusual for him. We usually went down the right, and Sonny had all the space in the world. This season, we go down the left, and it crowds Sonny out. I think that maybe if Sonny was to switch and go and play right wing forward, the guy's 2-footed. The guy is just as good with his left as he is with his right. So there's no reason why he should
He's
be able to play
3-footed, Sean. He's 3-footed.
3-footed, yeah. He's got a tripod. He's got one of those like Asian schlongs, Like I think you should put him on the right. See how he does. Like, create some sort of like disrupt the flow, disrupt
Change something, yeah.
flow. Do something, Bobby.
Yeah.
For me, I think that he could do just as well on the right as he does on the left. He'd find more space on the right than he would on the left. I don't know, man. Like, I think it's time to get drastic and see what happens. What are your thoughts, guys? Well, Bobby, I'll come to you, man. What's your thoughts, man?
Well, like you said already, you know what I mean? It's not working what there is. So what options do we have? Mora's not available. He was injured, right?
Mora's injured. Yeah, we have Decky
injured.
on the bench, and
So
we have
Decky,
Brian Hill on the. We have Brian
Basuma,
Hill. Brian Hill could be an interesting, and maybe Brian Hill's the sort of person you need. He's very tricky. He's got very, very quick feet. He might be the sort of person that could come in and disrupt this game. I think we need to do something. Otherwise, this game is going to bore us all to a flat 0-0. And
I agree. I need to see something. I would like to see Basuma. That's number one for me. Whether it's Bentancur or it's Højbjerg, I don't really care.
I'd say Højbjerg right now.
Whether it's Bentancur or Højbjerg, I don't care. Just give me some Basuma. I need some of that. So.
There's nobody who says his name better in the even Ben Dankur doesn't say his name better.
Even his
than the way
father
you
can't
it.
say his name as good as I know. If I can do one thing, and if that's pronounce his name with a little bit of spice and pizzazz. I remember one time I pronounced a name with a little bit of spice and pizzazz for Bobby, and he's like, just because you say his name sexy doesn't mean I'm going to like him, Jacob. I was like, okay, that's fair. At least I said it
I
sexy.
tried it with you.
24Z, just quickly, 24Z. I'm not saying that Kulu it hasn't been better than this. I'm just saying that people that are calling out Sonny for having a bad season, like Decky's season, he's compared to the Decky that we saw last season. Decky's not at the same pace. He hasn't hit the same levels. He's not firing on all cylinders either. Like, there's problems across the front three. Harry Kane has people were going to look at Harry Kane and say, well, he scored 5 goals. It's Harry Kane. It's not Harry Kane. Kane. It's not. It's not the same Harry Kane. It's not the same Decky. It certainly ain't the same Son. And this is the first time we're seeing Richarlison. I don't know. We're gonna have to see something change. But,
I have them walking out for me. I don't know what y'all got.
Yeah, they're walking out now. Well, that's not them. That's the Liverpool team.
Yeah, they're showing Liverpool Ajax on mine. Yeah.
Oh, I see Hugo running the net, and now Jaffet, Austin.
You're a couple of seconds ahead then.
Now Jaffet, yeah. Now they're just coming out of the tunnel.
Now there's a Willy Wonka's dad, or the kid who went.
Okay, so you're literally like 2 seconds ahead of me right now.
Did y'all see Willy Wonka's dad?
Now Richie. Now
I got Marcus Edwards now.
Same.
Okay.
No, I
Cooper,
got
are you? Do you want to hang around, bro? But if you haven't got a stream, if you can't see it, what do you? Are you? I mean, What do you
I'm
want to
just
do?
gonna hang out. I'll listen to y'all. I'll drop off of here. I'm having a good time listening to y'all, and
Hey
doing
man, it
work.
was nice to meet you.
Come back on after the game if you fancy. And also, bro, you're always welcome, my man. If you want to come onto the show afterwards and then hang around the background, I'll get you my telephone number. I'll drop you into the WhatsApp group, and then you'll be able to access the streams easier in the future as well.
Appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a great one.
You as
Cheers,
well,
Cooper.
Cooper.
Take
Nice
care,
to
my
meet
man.
you.
See you soon. All right, boys.
All right, here we go.
Any changes? Any changes?
How old is Marcus
Yeah,
Edwards?
fine.
I don't see any.
23? Yeah.
And we let him go on a free? I have a hard time letting young players go on a free because I feel like if you're 23, you still got another 2 years to grow.
You wouldn't re-sign with us.
His
You
contract,
refused to
he
re-sign.
wanted to go and play first team
You
football
refused to
somewhere else.
re-sign.
Oh, well, fair
Yeah.
play.
Similar
It's
to
the same
the
thing
guy
with
with Lavinier.
Lavinier.
He wanted
Yeah.
his
Lavernier.
first as a first team football, from what
Wait,
I understand.
Wait. How are you saying his name?
Lavernier? Lavernier?
Ben, it's not quite as
Not
Bentang.
quite as sexy as Ben.
Excuse me. Lavinier. I don't know where I'm supposed to roll the R. Lavinier.
Lavinier.
Just roll it, bro. Just roll it.
Just
my
roll
man.
every single one from now on.
Try the sexy French style, Jacob. You can Lavinier.
Oh,
William
Lavinier.
Lima's reaching out. He's saying Jacob has a sexy voice.
Big up, William Lima.
One on YouTube.
Hope you have a great day, my friend.
Yes. I don't
Come
know
on.
why my wife
24Z
doesn't like
saying,
it when-
he is levels above. He is levels above at the moment.
I don't know why Mama K gets mad when I ask her to do Jacob's voice. Honey, talk like Jacob.
Who is this Jacob? Who is this Jacob?
That's weird because she talks like one of you people, Sean. She got an English
Oh,
accent.
the clock. Shit, I've got to the clock. Sorry.
Hey man, where's the clock? Take out your clock, man. I mean your clock.
Let me go from 46.
Silent L.
7.
I'm going to go 46, 20.
Oh, I'm at
I'm going
10.
to press start in a minute. Hang on 1 second. We're about ready to go.
Oh. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Push the
I'm like 4 seconds ahead of you,
No,
Bobby.
wait. Oh, wait, I fucked it. Hang on. Thank you for saying that, Tom. Appreciate you, mate. Let's go to 47, and then we'll start there. 43, 44. Are we at the right time? 46, 47? Are we good now?
I'm at 47. Now I'm at 48, 49.
And where are you at?
Jacob's 3 seconds ahead of me.
I'm 4 seconds ahead of him, yeah.
4
So
seconds.
I think we're good. I can hold my excitement. I'll delay my reactions by 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's Benson Core. Looks right towards.
Just have like 3 beers quickly, Jacob. That'll slow down your reaction time. That'll put us all right on track.
Come on,
Just
Tottenham.
pound him
Emerson
back.
Royale.
Quickly, top
Looks
3
inside.
right now.
Come on.
Come on, Emerson.
It's
Come on,
Come
Emo. Who's that on the right?
That's Richie up there.
Richie,
Oh.
yeah. I think there's like smoke grenades or something happening at the stadium because
Yeah, it looks
everything's
kinda foggy.
cloudy. It's very
Is Sporting
foggy.
doing poorly in their league or something?
They're
Because
seventh in the league, but there's only 6 games in. They've had a couple of losses that they lost to Porto and they lost to a
Come on.
team called Calvej, which they had, which they.
good Bob.
So we're starting to pass it a little bit better.
Come on, Perisic. Perisic finds Harry Kane.
Yeah,
Here's Harry
Kane's on the
Kane.
wing.
Cross comes in from Harry Kane. Back post, Emerson. Oh, Emerson! He's hit the ground as well. It's a good header, though. I don't mind it. I don't
Good
mind it,
ball from
Emerson.
Harry Kane. That's from his left foot too.
See,
Look
why
at
didn't he
that.
do that with that
What a
other
ball,
opportunity he had in
Harry
front of net?
What
There
a
was another
ball.
opportunity I felt like if he would have just gone up and with the header, and
Yeah.
he tried to wait for it to hit his feet, and it
He
took too
almost
long.
ducks out of it, though. I want to see that again. He
What a
almost kind of
cross.
like doesn't really want to get hit by the ball, which is a problem. Oh, well, one back,
Come
Romero.
on, son.
Come on,
Foul.
this time,
Come on,
Sonny.
Sonny. Come on, Sonny.
Yes, ref.
Yep.
Come on, Tottenham!
Shot.
Come on,
Come on.
Tottenham!
Here it is, Dyer. Here it is.
just wanna say Sonny looks
appreciate
really-
you keeping me on check with the clock, Tom. Appreciate that, my man.
Sonny
Sean,
looks really
do we
good in that
still
blue.
stand by our 0-0? I think at the moment we do, Marlon, my man. I think we were spot on, my man. Oh, Emerson Royale, chance for Emerson! Oh, chance! It's another great chance! Oh, Emerson Royale! He's had 4 chances, the man. He's had 4. He's had 4 chances. Wowzers!
Oh my god. Oh,
He's
how great would
onside
it be
as
if we had a
well.
Right back.
It's not a bad
Oh,
effort. There's nothing
Offside,
wrong with that.
offside.
There's nothing wrong with that chance. He's done really
Keeper.
well. Good
Keeper
save
did
from
well.
Dan.
Good save, yeah. Look at that. That's a hockey style save.
Yeah.
Tottenham turning it on, start of the second half.
The legs, the goalie.
We're starting to pass it better. We were
Definitely
starting to
good
pass it a
start.
lot better.
They're making little triangles and stuff, moving the ball better.
Come on, boys. Sonny with the
There we go.
cross. He's got his hand in the air.
Come on, Sonny, put a good ball
Cross
in.
comes in. Oh, it's cleared by
Ball's in,
Nashio.
cleared
Done
out.
well. And Tottenham give away the free kick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Sporting free kick right at the edge of their box. Bentancur with the foul.
Bentancur.
It could be worse. I could just try the Canadian. It's Bentancur, right? Bentancur. Eh?
Bentancur, right?
Bentancur, eh? So is this Tottenham Hotspur? This is what you guys call the football, right?
Wow.
Hey.
Hey. Hey.
Hey.
Okay, well, this is good. We're forcing them into just sideways passes and backwards passes.
Nice.
They're not looking for any outlets or finding any outlets. Sonny, good.
Come on.
Sonny's picked the ball off here.
No foul?
No foul? Nah, come on.
There we go.
Oh,
Sonny
picked up
looked
by
like
Ben
a dog,
Davies. Finds Sonny with a fantastic cross. Sonny!
Good
He's
ball. Come on,
somehow
Sonny.
getting smashed.
Sonny running into players, still got the ball, though.
Come on, ref.
Hey, come on, ref.
Cross comes in. Referee, you got...
No, advantage
Referee,
play.
you don't give advantage and then... Fuck you.
Oh, my God.
Fuck you, Marlon
There
saying,
it is.
Sean, do we
Rare
still stand by our
cool
0-0? I don't know, my man. I feel like maybe the second half looks a little bit more bent than cord. And by bent and cord, I mean opportunities.
Just don't use it for
From now
everything.
on, anything bullish, I'm going to represent the word. Anything that's positive, I'm going to go, this very bent and cord.
It's very Bentancur.
Oh, good spin, good spin. Another free kick
love
to
it.
Tottenham out here.
I love it, Jacob. I absolutely love it.
Good job of
Well,
Hoiberg
the Paul
holding the
saying
ball
we
there
let Evans
between
go
three
because of attitude
Spurs
issues.
players.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
apparently he was.
got really bitchy and was saying that I'm starting and I want to start and I want guarantees and this and that and blah, blah, blah. All right, piss off.
Yeah.
Oh, Sonny lining up on the free kick. That's good to see.
Some people
Harry
really
Kane's
think they're
hovering
Messi.
What is this, about 30 yards?
Harry Kane's hovering around it, though, no doubt.
Harry Kane needs to
I
go
don't
just
see-
hang
no,
out
I
on the
don't see him
box.
on my screen anywhere. Dyer's walked away, though.
Cooper's saying, good Lord, I never knew I had such a southern accent. The Swiss people apparently lied to me and said I didn't have one. Thanks for letting me join. No, it's lovely accent, my man. It's a lovely accent. I appreciate you coming on,
Come on.
Coops. A chance for Tottenham!
Come on, oh, come on, come on,
Harry Kane!
Ah, smart free kick, though. I like the way they played that. So they had the wall set up, and Sonny just played it along the ground. To
Make sure
to
you come
Harry
back
Kane,
again
who
soon,
was making
Coops.
a run in motion. It was good. That was like one of those American football plays, eh, Sean? Where you see
Yeah,
the
I
man
like
in
that.
motion, the way Harry Kane was kind of running across the wall, and as soon as he got to the edge of the wall, that's when Sonny played the ball in when Harry made the run in. That was good. I like that. Okay, we just got the ball just inside the half there for Dyer for us.
Fuck.
Long ball in by
Perisic.
Dyer, finds
No,
Perisic.
goes out.
Nah, couldn't do anything with it.
Has Perisic been bad today, or am I tripping?
He hasn't been good, that's for sure.
It's odd
Can't
when
get over the sporting manager and how the fact he looks like he's friggin' 12.
he's got a
I think he's
tattoo. He's at
20.
least 18.
He's 18.
At least he's got a tattoo. But 17, some countries.
16. He got a note from his mom.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can get a hall pass.
Second half has started better, guys. 53
Way
minutes.
better.
Is certainly a lot better.
Yeah, we're actually passing it like we're a big
Good
club.
football here. Hoiberg looks inside of
Oh, come
Richarlison.
on.
Richarlison turns. He's getting shoved. He's pushed the ball through. He finds Harry Kane. Sonny back post. Finds Sonny. Oh, it's a good shot. It's a good shot. Oh, it's a good save.
Oh, what a save.
He should have found the back post. Sonny was at the back. Look at Sonny at the back. Oh.
I think he was going for Sonny, but the goalie was smart enough to
Yeah.
come out.
No, it was like a
punch his fist out.
Yeah, he went for a shot that I think he was smart enough to go for a shot that was looking like a parry. Tottenham turning it on here, people. Tottenham turning it on.
That was like a what you call a shrush. isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes you just want to.
Yeah.
So I like that because sometimes you just want to put a shot directly at that keeper and hope you got someone at the back post for a rebound. That's exactly what I had with Sonny. So I don't think it was a bad decision by Kane at all.
No, I agree.
Richie here to Kane. Kane holding it in the Sonny, and he loses.
That's how I play anyway.
We get it back. Hoiberg going to Perisic. Good little triangles to keep
space. Emerson.
Kane.
He finds Emerson puts the ball in. It's a
Emerson.
dinky one to the back post. Chance. Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, but
Richarlison and Perisic getting each other's way.
Emerson actually crossed the ball and actually got it to another Tottenham player again. So, shocking.
Bro.
Oh, they're just showing the Kane replay.
Harry Kane is so good. Harry Kane is like equally good with both feet, isn't he?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's immaculate. Absolutely immaculate.
Unbelievable.
I can't wait for Perisic to get his first goal. It's got to come soon. Oh, come on, son. Don't let him play you like that.
Whoa. Come on, guys.
They realized they had Sporting Messi over there.
Sporting's got a lot of space on the right side here, though. Sporting playing the ball in now, back into the middle, back out to the left side of the field.
They're passing it well, too. They're trying to get some possession going. I understand. They're trying to slow it down. They know Kane's lurking.
It's good to see Kane is staying up there, though. He's just inside the halfway line.
Oh, Marcus Edwards. Oh, Charles Marcus Edwards, well defended. What on earth?
Good job, Dyer.
Thank you for turning your back, Dyer.
Marcus Edwards again.
Sporting again.
That's it. Tottenham. Oh, done. Got that free kick.
Emerson draws the foul. Good job.
Shut up, Edwards. I used to love you.
He looks like he's got an attitude problem.
He does, doesn't he?
He's got that. He's got a nasty little face. Like he's nasty. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If it wasn't for the Botox, you'd be seeing a frown right now for sure.
He's got Botox.
Oh, nobody's got that pure skin.
Allegedly, Sean, remember
nobody's got skin quite as pure as Marcus Edwards. There's not a dent in it. Not a dent in it. Doesn't exist, man. I don't care how old you are. No chance. I don't care how much. Oh, it's a good chance for Richarlison. That's where you and Decky are different, bro.
Yeah,
that's where Decky's. Weight of your passing is awful.
I feel like Decky holds the ball up better too.
Yeah, I need to get Decky on. If I'm honest, if I'm really honest, I think that, like, I'm not even going to lie. I think that Decky comes on for Richarlison right now.
Yeah, straight swap.
Davies wins the ball back for us on a bad pass from them. Controlling it.
It's all Tottenham second half. It's all Tottenham now.
Come on, show me wrong.
Show me wrong, Richie. Prove me wrong, Richie. Prove me wrong, Richie.
The ball into the box. Come on his left foot. Oh! Shoots it just wide the outside of the post there.
Did we say the same thing, Sean? We were both like, prove me wrong, Richie. Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. We've got the telepathy that they should have. Like Bentancur.
Like Bentancur type telepathy.
Ooh. Not enough curve on the ball.
I've been measuring my drink, right? So I've had this drink the entire time that I've been talking to you people, and I'm nearly done. And I ordered because I've run out. There's no more booze in the house, so I ordered.
Come on, Perry.
Did I not order it? I never fucking ordered it.
Perisic, good ball in. Richie shuts it down, gets another chance on the ball. Nope. Bentancur back in Emerson. Emerson's cross
placing the order now. I've been waiting for like an hour and a half for alcohol to arrive, and I was like, where is it? Why hasn't it arrived?
Who did you
call? I just realized I never actually ordered it. It was left in the checkout.
I hate that.
Nice.
I hate that.
It's sickening, isn't it?
So it's despicable.
Do you have the right to complain to the store?
No, I just left. It's not their problem.
That's why I'm asking you.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I should phone them up and say, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Yeah. You're an hour and a half late. But sir, we only received the order 5 minutes ago. Yes, but I intended to order it an hour and a half ago.
Exactly.
Sonny with the corner. Chance! Oh, cleared well. And
Højbjerg.
Kotesh.
What the fuck was that?
Højbjerg. Whoa.
What the fuck was that? Was there a gust of wind in the stadium?
Yep. Okay. Time for Pierre to come off. Basuma.
It would never have happened if it was Bentancur.
Bentancur. I didn't even roll my R on that one because I'm a little dehydrated.
Get yourself a... What are you drinking?
Agua. Le water.
Oh, it's early where you are.
That's American for vodka.
What is your what is your tipple of choice, Bobby K?
My sorry?
What's your tipple if you were to have a few beers or a few
I don't like
whatevers?
beer. I've never.
Okay,
I've never
yeah.
been
So what
into
is it?
beer. I'm a cider guy. If I'm gonna drink,
Cider.
cider. But if I'm gonna drink, and I want to actually get a buzz on, it's vodka.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get the
and
vodka. But I don't drink much, though.
You don't drink very much?
No, you know why? Because I've never been the social drinker kind of thing. Oh, well, good ball. No, Perisic gets back and stops that. I'm not good with the social drinking because I can't have just one drink. I've never understood that. You know, if I'm going to drink, I want to get a buzz on.
Yeah, same.
So I've never sat around at home, had a beer or two. So, and most of my friends over here, especially with marijuana being legal, a lot of my friends are smokers. So they don't really drink too much, right? So at weddings, special occasions is when I'll get, and I find vodka kind of keeps me.
I'd love to see what happened in the UK if the UK ever legalized marijuana. I think it would change the entire social dynamic.
Ethos.
Yeah,
you'd be surprised, Sean, because it actually shocked me once it was legal here. I drive bus, and I was driving in what is the financial district of downtown Toronto, where it's all suits and everything from business professionals, investment bankers, blah blah blah. And Richie, come on back here, good.
Oh, Richie!
Richie.
Sorry, Richie, you've had a bad game, my man. You've had a bad game.
Oh,
get him off.
Bentancur.
Bentancur. Put the yellow.
Bentancur. You got to say it cool.
You've got the sexy in your voice. You've been married a lot. That's nice. No, so like I was saying, Sean, I was driving its financial district, all suits, guys in $2,000 suits, and you wouldn't believe how many guys are standing at the bus stop with one of those
vapes,
the marijuana vape pens, and or smoking a joint, just standing there, and it was like it's so normal now. You see,
is it legal? Is it legal to the point where somebody that was at work could go out at lunchtime and have a vape of marijuana rather than a vape of cigarette?
Depend on what your job is. As long as
some jobs are different. Some will test you, and it's at least in America,
we get tested, obviously, so it's not an option for us, right?
No, but you could go at lunchtime. You could have a beer if you wanted to. You just couldn't have 10 beers, right?
No.
Oh, you're not allowed to have any drinks at all. Yeah.
No, for us, obviously not. No, not driving.
Drinking and driving.
We have to be zero, right? There's zero tolerance for anything for us.
Right.
So
whenever I worked in professional sports, it was kind of the same as far as if you go out to lunch, it's an expectation to not be drinking. Now the exception to that rule is when I worked for the Cowboys, every year we'd go to Cancun or Bahamas or something for the cheerleader photo shoot, calendar.
Nice.
Yeah, that one you get absolutely fucking smashed.
Oh, bro, lunch, I'm smashed. I'm barely able to hold up the camera at that time, and I'm just everyone's half naked. I'm taking my shirt off too.
Good touch with the ball up. Unfortunately, Sonny couldn't get that.
Sonny's playing on the right.
Yeah, they just switched.
I called it at half time. I'm the fucking Oracle. I'm the Oracle.
Oracle, Sean.
I called it. Now, listen. It's weird because in my industry, when I was an investment banker, it was expected. If you went out at halftime, at lunch, if you went out at lunch, you would go and look at Sonny's playing on the right now. I love it. I love the fact that they're listening to me.
Sonny fouled again, looking good over there already. Sonny's come back. Sonny's come out second half on fire. We've got 5 attempts in the entire first half, 6 in the second half already.
I love the fact I'm gonna dine out on this prediction all week.
Gonna clip it?
Yeah, that I said at halftime that Sonny should be switched to the right, and then it's the first time we've ever seen him on the right.
When you do the clipping and everything, can you do any highlighting to make me look better? Because I'm
yeah, I can Photoshop. Don't worry.
Yeah, drop a couple of pounds.
I'll do that. I do that.
This side of me is normally not bad, but this side's the chubby side. And then try to make Jacob look ugly if possible.
Yeah,
that's impossible.
He's back.
It's not possible. Bentancur.
Can you add one of those high-pitched voices to Jacob or something when he talks?
Bentancur! Sound like a pigeon.
Yeah, because then it'll be like,
You know, it's interesting. The topic we were kind of also just talking about the drinking on the job and stuff. I remember whenever I worked for FC Dallas, everyone kind of looked at me funny because at the time I smoked cigarettes. I don't anymore, but I used to.
Do you
So at
vape?
lunch,
Do you vape now?
no.
You just don't touch.
I chew nicotine gum, just because I've smoked cigarettes for way too long and my lungs don't like it. So
Yeah.
but people would look
I
at
gave
me.
up cigarettes and now I'm on the vape. I feel like I vape now more than I ever smoked.
It's funny. A lot of
friend
people
says
do
the
say
same
that
thing
when they
because it's
start
so quick
vaping,
and
it's just
easy.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas a
Ridiculous,
cigarette is
ridiculous.
countable.
Yeah, he
You
never
can say
smoked.
like it's 1. I smoked 5. I smoked 6.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's 20 in a pack. You know what I mean? Whereas a vape is like mystery hits. How much juice do I got?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
100%.
Tottenham
That's exactly what it is.
playing the ball out of the bag very poorly again. We just gave it away again. Sheesh.
I mean, like I got some. Like I do some. You know, like I will. But the
I find
nicotine,
even
as
with
far
the
as it
vape,
goes,
because it smells nice. People that don't like, my buddy didn't smoke in his car or in his house, and now because the vape smells nice, he'll smoke in his car, he'll smoke in the house.
Yeah. Yeah. Just looking at my bets now. How my bets doing?
Giving the ball back away. Sporting bringing the ball in from their half, just across the halfway line here.
we're not really pressing them
We're
anymore.
sitting here in the middle. Why? Like, look at the gap between Dyer.
So
and
Richarlison
Edwards.
is playing up top, and Kane's playing the left wing.
And Sonny's playing right wing back now, I think. There's Richie. Looks like he's in the middle. Richie just got fouled. Free kick to Tottenham inside our half.
Yeah, Richarlison. It's time to make some subs, bro. It's the 66th minute.
Yeah.
Come on, it's time.
Guys, bear with me 1 second. Someone's at my door. I know who's at my door. My alcohol's at my door. I'll be back in 1
That's
second.
quick
okay?
as hell.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
real quick.
They don't play around in the UK about their damn liquor.
No, not when a game's on.
Or maybe the store's right next to him, not too far up the road or something. Oh, come on.
Oh, good ball. Good ball up to Kane.
Kane
with the ball up to Richie. Too heavy.
Kane with the
Too
ball
heavy.
up to the rafters. His passing has been kind of bad today.
No, have you seen his left foot? Maybe with his right foot. His left foot crosses has been freaking awesome, man. He's played 2 wicked balls. Oh, well.
I more meant his over the
Sporting got a
top.
break. Dyer coming back, trying to get in front. Sporting gets a shot off, but a weak one. Lloris collects it.
I guess I more meant his over the top ball. Where like that ball that we just saw from Kane to Richarlison is way overcooked.
Burned here, man, on the counter here quickly.
Davies, Dyer, right in between the two of them. What do you know?
Look at that. Right around the outside of Davies again. And what does he do? Turn away.
The whole hands behind your back, turn away thing is annoying as hell to me.
Sonny turning out 2 Sporting players. Oh. Oh, Bentancur tried to play that first ball up to Richie. Richie didn't get the run going fast enough. Sporting trying to play it up from the back here. We're not pressing them fast enough. We're giving them time back here. This is when we should be right away getting on them.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the time they have. Look at that. Back to the goalie.
It wasn't the
again.
alcohol.
Oh, that's bullshit then. You still open the door?
No, it was my mum. She's taking my dog out for a walk and it's been pissing down, so they're both soaking wet and they're not happy.
Should tell her to record a Tottenham
Look
walks.
at the gaps we're giving. Why are we not pressing them at all? Look at these. Look at how slow we are. We're not closing the men down at all. We're going to let them back in the game. We're going to let them score a goal like this. Look at this.
What's happened in the last couple of minutes?
The same thing. They've literally they're here right now from playing the ball out from the goalie with these small 10, 15-yard passes at max.
Oh, no.
At max.
Edwards' chance.
Look, all the way from the 2 balls to their goalie, all the way back. And Davies just cleared it out from in front of Lloris.
Get rid of it.
Back in, Lloris collects it.
And Dyer and
The way
Davies
we
also
just let them play
letting them fire
out
off.
all the way from the back. It was absolutely pathetic. Nobody closed a single man there down. Not one person closed anybody down.
Here's Eric Dyer.
Nobody. We're looking tired already. We need
Eric
to.
Dyer
Yeah,
to
we've got to
Romero.
press
Bentancur. Back to Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer looking left towards Ben Davies. Come on, Davies. Let's see what you can do right now. It's a terrible ball forward towards the feet of Sonny. Sonny's moved back to his natural left position. Shoved in the back is Ben Davies, and Marcus Edwards gets away with it. It's a chance for Sporting. Oh, goes out for a corner kick. The refs are furious. The refs are furious. Marcus Edwards gets away with an absolute shoulder barge into the back. That's madness, referee. Absolute madness. If anything comes
in real time,
this,
it looked a little clean to me. I'm gonna be honest.
He's just shoved it. His shoulder barged him into the back. You can't do that. It's shoulder to shoulder, maybe, but not in the back.
I'm a fan of contact, so he ran through him.
Yeah, completely.
No, that replay he ran through him.
Not a free kick.
No, he ran straight through Davies.
It's clearing up.
Man up, Davies.
Why are you dancing
Man up.
around? Get your ass
Get
up.
big, son. Get big.
Clear and obvious error for me. That should be let's hope nothing comes of it. Cross comes in. Chance for Sporting. Oh, it's cleared. Chance again. Oh, it's hit into the back of Richarlison. Wowzers.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Sporting still in control.
Tottenham can breathe a sigh of relief. Terrible fucking refereeing decision.
Watch this now, Sean. Watch this. Watch this. They've played it all the way back to the goalie. Okay, no, this time we played it out long. But had you seen the way they played up that last time before they built up before that corner, it was disgusting to see. It was really, really bad to see.
Right, we need to make some changes.
Sporting's lining somebody up here to bring on.
Why is it always they change first? Why can't we ever change first?
Because Conte's very reactive as a manager, and it sucks. It's Perisic with the cross. It's a good cross. Oh, he's missed it, Harry Kane.
Oh.
He's missed a tap in. Oh, no, Harry
What a
Kane.
beautiful ball by Perisic, right along the ground, right through the entire box.
He's missed a Tommy tap in. Literally, Perisic with a fucking delicious ball.
Beautiful.
Oh, Harry Kane.
Oh, oh.
It's not a Tommy tapping, but it's a chance and a half. That is a...
Oh, that's actually the Sporting defender's leg that stuck out. Harry Kane didn't stick his leg out. Had Harry Kane slid in for that, he might have got that.
Change for Sporting. Marita comes off. Alexandropoulos.
Alexandropoulos. That's a proper Greek fucking name right there. Alexandropoulos.
Alexandropoulos, yeah. And his first name is Sotiris.
Oh, Sonny's for Decky. Sonny's off.
Oh, no.
Surprisingly, considering he's
give him a hug. Oh, they didn't show me the hug.
Nope, didn't show me the hug either. Just a handshake.
Hashtag no shot, no hug. No,
that's fucked up.
No goal, no hug.
No goal, no hug. You score, you get a hug.
Yes.
I think I actually, like, my thing buffered and lagged, so now I'm like, I think I'm on time with y'all now.
47,
47, 48, 49, 50.
Okay, I'll press pause for a second.
So Bobby and I are exactly on the same.
All right.
Sean, you never brought your clock back up.
Oh, what? Have I not?
Your clock.
Has the clock never been back up?
No.
Oh, the entire game I've been sat here thinking I'm on time with you guys.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Sorry, boys. Sorry.
That's all good. No, you're 2 seconds ahead of me. 1. Now I'm ahead of you by 1.
You ahead of me now?
Yeah, I'm 16, 17, 18.
Come on, Richie.
Come on, Richie. Now Richie, good ball into Kane in the middle. Kane loses out.
Kane?
Sporting breaking
really
back
well
again. They go, they had
good
numbers.
Shit, Kane. Good shit, Kane.
What?
What the shit? Kane runs all the way back to make a good tackle, and the ref with another bullshit call. What the hell is with the refereeing in the Champions League here, guys? We got screwed in the Marseille game, and now this shit. That's a
but
foul.
They got the automated offside, so they're so superior.
For what? For what?
Was it that foot drag? Is that what they called?
Are we now in sync? 73 minutes? Is that right?
3, 4,
5.
6.
Okay, we're back. We're good enough. Oh, it's Santos. I can't believe I haven't had the clock up for everybody for the entire second half. I do apologise, everybody. This is absolutely. This is one of the. I mean.
Okay, Jacob's beauty is that distracting. Good ball out, Richie turning his man out, getting control.
Oh, look at Pierre
Good job,
does so well there. Come on, Hoyt. Come on, Decky. Come on, Decky. Make a point, son.
Good job,
Don't drop me
Hoybier.
ever
Come
again,
on.
is what he's trying to say.
Banter
Here's
cool.
Perisic. Perisic asking for help from Ben Davies. Ben Davies just looks like he's run his legs.
Ben
It's
Davies
a
had
long, it's a
oh.
loopy ball towards Emerson Royale. Good chest down towards Decky. Decky and Emerson trying to do something together. Come on, Decky. Come on, Emo.
Come on.
Figure it
Come
out,
on.
son. Put him in. Cross comes in. It's absolutely awful.
It's an Emerson expected cross.
Oh.
Bro, he's furious. Conte's pissed. Oh, Conte is pissed. Bro, sub him out. That is done. You're done. That's
Get
enough.
Doherty on. Get Doherty or Spence on right now.
They could literally do that. They could literally do that.
Get
Either
him
one of
on.
them. I'm not even a Doughboy fan, but he could do that. He could do what Emerson just did.
Chance. Oh, well done.
Good header
Come on,
up
Kulu.
Eki,
Come on, Kulu. Kulu's
Come
already,
on.
he's already proven his
Oh,
worth.
good. Oh,
Oh, it's a free kick. He's done so brilliantly well there. And Mateus, what's his name? Reese. Mateus Reese gets the yellow card. Well done,
Just
Decky.
so
Why is
tough.
Decky not starting? It's a disgrace. I know I said earlier that Decky hasn't started the game, hasn't started the season as well as he did last season, but it's not even a competition between him and Sonny. We have to stop being sentimental here and recognize Decky is the business and Sonny's not at the fucking races. I don't want to hear this against Leicester. It has to be Decky back in the team. Decky's done nothing
Decky's
wrong.
gotta get
Paulinho's
back
on
in
for
the team.
Trincão's come off.
Trincão's come
Trincão's run his race. Paulinho is an
think-
out-and-out striker. Paulinho is an out-and-out striker for Sporting. He scored on the weekend, so
I think if you really don't want to drop Sonny, if you're Antonio Conte and you really don't want to drop him, you find a way to figure out a way to get these four in there if you don't want to drop Richarlison either. Because Kulusevski's, at this point, every time he comes into the game, he adds another dynamic to that right-hand side, whether it be at the right wing-back position or the right winger.
He's got to start.
Yeah,
The conversation should be Sonny or Richarlison.
Perisic with the free
It's a-
kick
the
in,
cross-
really close. Pretty Sporting
So
threw it
good.
out.
It's a delicious cross. It was just
yum.
an inch too high.
It was delicious.
Oh, goodbye by Bentancur all
It's
the way back
Decky.
up.
Decky
Come on,
cross
Kulu.
comes
The
in.
ball in.
Shots for Richarlison. Oh, Rishi.
Rucci heads it just wide. Oh, great ball in by Decky. Good play, too.
It was delicious from Decky.
Great
And it's a
ball.
nice little header
Oh.
from Rishi.
He just tried to redirect it, just not enough on the
Just
redirection.
need to turn it a
Too
little
much head
bit
on it.
more.
Too much head. That's what she said.
Hey.
Here's a Dan. Looks forward. Don't be sloppy now, Tottenham. Don't be sloppy. Well on, Eric. Send it back. Send it home. Send the ball home, bro. It's madness. For me, I think the conversation has to be now. Sonny, sorry, bro. Richarlison deserves to keep his place. Decky, every time he comes on the pitch, he immediately livens things up. You have to have a meritocracy. What is that from Bentancur? Get the ball
Well,
away.
he got it back.
Bentancur.
Now he kicked it away. Yeah.
I've been saying this the past few weeks that Bentancur is actually really frustrating me.
Dyer with the foul on the Sporting player. Sporting free kick just inside our half. Paulinho.
Oh. You did tell me 24Z. I get you, man. Like I say, I wasn't. There's no hate of Decky here. I love Decky. I'm just saying that his season hasn't been as it wasn't as good.
Oh, here we
he
go.
comes
Here we
again.
go.
Here we go. Here we go. Decky
Go
on
on,
the wing
Decky.
again.
Decky.
Go on,
Come
Decky.
on.
Do
Putting
it
him in the
yourself,
box.
son. Do it yourself.
Oh, he losing his
That's
feet.
offside.
Oh,
Penalty!
Emerson.
Oh, it's offside. It's getting offside. That's a fair call. To be fair, it looked offside to me.
Oh, this guy's crying. Get your ass up. Your mama watching this.
Sporting player on the ground.
Bro, give me Spence at this point or Doherty.
Yeah, come on, Emerson. You've run your clock down, bro. You've run your clock down. Let's get you off now, Sam. Let's get you off.
Right, my next subs will be a double sub.
Oh, he's not offside. He's offside. He's just offside.
Just offside with the left shoulder from Bentancur.
It's just offside.
Starting it's like a Batman Basuma or a Batman Bentancur.
There is no vowels or R's to roll in, just offside. So
Where is she? Where is she?
Yeah. 24Z saying he's had enough of it. It's boring. It's painful. It is painful. But I said it would be, mate. I said it would be a boring 0-0.
You said it would be a boring 0-0 or 1-1. Didn't you?
You
You
know?
said 1-1
Yeah, I
or
did.
0-0?
Yeah. I said 0-0 or 1-0 is the likely scoreline. And I only said 1-0 because I've got a
I can
bit of
see
favour.
Kulu making some magic right here at the very end of it. He looks like the only one who's not on dead legs right now.
People
Richie all
saying
of a sudden has
4-0.
found
Let's
a
go.
little bit of gas.
Oh,
in the tank.
Højbjerg, what a horrible touch. Sorry, Bobby.
Oh no, I was just saying it's nice. Richie's actually started to run some people down now. So at least
Richie
he's
looked
getting
tired
his-
now.
No, he's actually seems like he's starting to run now.
Look, I think the best, it's immediate. In the last, since Decky's come on, we're immediately more dangerous. Everyone perks up. I think you have to just call a spade and say, Sonny ain't at the races. He needs to be dropped. It will wake or shake him up. And if it doesn't, so be it. Like, sorry, Sonny. Like, we're a team. And as much as I fucking love you, bro, like, we got to try something else. I also think that Pierre Højbjerg has been absolutely useless today.
Yeah,
He's been absolutely
I don't know
woeful.
why Basuma hasn't come on yet.
It's not just. I'm not just aiming this at the front three because the midfield have been
he's
absolutely
shit.
shocking. Bentancur been awful. Pierre
Bentancur.
Højbjerg's been awful. Right, the back. Some of the people in the back have been absolutely.
Oh,
Jesus
ball in by
Christ.
Oh my
Sporting.
God.
Lloris collects. Another quick cross in by
Oh,
Sporting there.
nice
Good
distribution.
throw.
Go on,
Good throw out.
Rishi. Go on, Rishi. Oh, it's touched out. Well
Sporting player
played.
knocks it out. Throw into Tottenham just inside Sporting half.
You got that. Good play.
Ugarte.
I love it.
Why are
Absolutely love
Emerson and Højbjerg on the field still?
Nah, I'm
another
subbing
shit show for
Bentancur.
Emerson.
I'm subbing Bentancur. I'm keeping Højbjerg.
It's just absolutely dreadful.
But
It's
just
dreadful.
don't let him have the ball. That's it. Just don't pass it to him.
I'm glad
There
I
they
got my
are.
money
Get his
back.
ass.
All the way from the back again.
Wow,
How
they
are
have
we letting them play
57%
out of the back
possession.
So easy. That's it. Come on, start pressing them. Emerson commits the foul. Shocking. Now I know why we don't
Get
press,
him off
'cause
the
all we
pitch,
do is foul.
Conte. Come on, mate. Make a change. Conte, you've got 5 subs to make, bro.
Shake it
And you've made
up.
one.
You gotta
We're in the
shake it up.
81st minute. Have a little bit of faith in your other players, but bro, this like, as much as like everyone absolutely adores Conte, he's not immune to
Emerson.
criticism. He
Stupid
doesn't change
foul.
things up. He doesn't ever want to use anything. You've got Doherty that can come on and do a job. You've got Basuma that can come on and do a job. You've got Ollie Skip that can come on and do a job. You have Brian Hill that could come on and change things up. It'd be interesting to see what he could do in this game. I think he could be interesting. You've got Longley that could come on and do a job potentially in the last 8 minutes. Like there's options there. Just fucking use one. Use one.
I hate that they've been possessing the ball so much more than us.
and look how easily we're allowing them to just
And we're
pass
just
it around,
we're just
side
running left to
side,
right, running left.
Slowly move up 5-7 yards at a time. Sporting making them run along the wing now. Perisic shuts them down. Concedes the corner. Sporting corner.
I just want to scream so loud sometimes, and like I want them to hear me, but I know they ain't gonna hear my ass from fucking Texas.
Perisic has been off today too.
Yeah, Perisic. I mean, it's been debatable who's. I feel like the whole team's been bad. You know,
Decky's looked amazing since coming on. Other than that, it's been pretty.
Pedro Porro. Oh no! Don't be Cortesh. Don't be Cortesh.
I saw some jinxing stat before the game. I don't know if you want me to share it until this is over. I can save it.
Yeah.
Good. Dyer with the head out.
Go on, share it.
All back in.
That Sporting Lisbon has never beaten an English team in the Champions League group stages. They've never won against an English team.
Yeah.
In the
I
Champions
heard
League.
that. Yeah, I heard that.
So that's a little worrisome because typically we like to break records like that. We like to help teams break those things.
Yeah, we do.
So when I read that this morning, the first response someone had was, "Nah, fuck," and I was like, "Oh shit! I hope we don't jinx it."
What are your thoughts on Bayern Munich against Barcelona tonight?
That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be delicious watch.
I haven't put any bets on that yet.
I think Bayern should win because they dismantled
Inter,
and the first half Barcelona looked sketchy against Victoria. Poulsen.
What sort of pass
You
is
just
that
gave
from
the ball away,
Hoiberg?
Sporting
That is
breaking
the
in.
worst
We just
pass I've ever
gave-
seen from
oh
Hoiberg.
my
You deserve that
God.
yellow card. You absolute shit
Bro,
show.
that's 5 bad
Oh.
passes in a row from Hoiberg. It's time to
Hoiberg
go.
has been absolutely fucking shocking.
It's time to go. It's time to go.
Free kick coming to
Dangerous
Sporting.
area
What
to give a
about
ball
35
away.
yards out?
84th fucking minute.
Yards
It's
out.
dangerous. Let me
Fucking
get
hell.
SofaScrot. Let me check out the fucking stats. This is absolutely embarrassing. He's done that because he gave the ball away. He's like, "Fuck, I'm not gonna be
He
responsible
he
for
didn't
giving
have
the
the
ball away."
legs to get him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those fouls you have to, one of those yellows you got to take, especially after you fuck it up like that.
Free kick coming up about 40 yards out outside to Lloris's left.
I don't know why we only done one sub. I really don't.
I don't think.
No, you'll see two more
I don't
subs.
think
You'll see them in the
understands
88th minute, though. Sorry, Bobby. What was that, mate?
that. I'm just saying nobody. I don't think anybody understands that except for Conte.
He doesn't
Like,
like.
what is there that he's seeing that these guys offers that more than someone off the bench? Like, I think at this juncture in the game, like, Kane looks tired. You got, I mean, I know they want to score. I know they want to play, but just like,
This is really dangerous. Pedro Porro with the free kick. He's a free kick like specialist, and then you've got Coates. You've got Seba Coates, who's like just a monster at the centre back who can score goals with the head. I don't feel comfortable here. Get rid of it. Yes, well done,
Lloris
Hugo.
comes out and collects. Good job, Hugo.
Well
Good
done,
job.
Hugo. Hugo's been all right tonight.
Yeah.
a lot better than the Marseille game.
Yeah, he's come and collected quite a lot of balls.
Yeah, he's been confident as well. His distribution hasn't been bad either. That throw out to Richie, the last one, that was a smart play.
Yeah, it was.
Almost
decent.
sent him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost sent him up the wing on a break, which would have been good. Go
Chance for
now.
Scotland now.
Go.
Oh, it's just absolutely awful. Fair play
All
to
the way
Sporting.
back,
They're
right
very
all the
good
way back to
defensively.
Hugo.
Look at their press. Look at how much time they don't let us have compared to how.
Ricky
That's
with the
it,
flick
that's
on,
it.
Ricky
Come
with
on.
the flick
Harry
on.
Kane does really well. Finds
Puts out to Perisic.
Come on,
Perisic.
Perisic.
Make a good choice, Perisic. Make a
Come
good
on.
choice,
Ooh,
bro.
ooh, go.
Oh, he does well. No, he doesn't do well enough. He's getting bullied. Becky.
Come on. Get his ass.
That'll do.
There you go.
Come on, Hoiberg. Find
Don't
it.
fuck it up.
Find it,
No,
bro.
that's
Find
not
it.
good
Hoiberg.
Hoiberg,
Chance
yeah.
for Becky.
Hoiberg,
Put it across the
Becky.
net. Chance. Oh.
Decky again in a great spot.
Oh, no.
Another good ball.
Oh no, Romero.
Well done. Well done, Emerson. Well done, Emerson.
Good
Yes,
shit.
referee. Well done, Emerson. Let's play. Let's
Go,
play.
go, go.
on, Richie.
Go,
Go
go,
on,
go.
Richie.
Go, Richie. Go,
Find
go.
someone, Richie.
Come on.
Richie. He's like a dog. He's like a little puppy. Running around, doesn't listen when you call him. That's
who are you
absolutely
passing
shocking,
it
Richie.
to?
It's absolutely fucking awful. Get him off. I think I don't know who played worse tonight, Richie or Sonny. I think they were both absolutely fucking shocking, if I'm honest. I think Hoiberg's been absolutely fucking shocking. I think Bentancur's been very average. I think Royale's been, again, offensively weak. It's been just a shit show across the board, isn't it? Romero's done fuck all. It's been such a drab, dull, sick game. At least my bets have come in. You know, I'd say the best player on the Tottenham pitch is probably Hugo.
Yeah,
That's never good.
can't be argued.
No, I don't know who. I don't know I mean, I don't know.
Hugo's had some good saves. That's actually a fair shout. He's had some, like, 2 really good saves I can think of. The fact that he's had to make so many saves is actually atrocious.
I mean, according to the stats I'm looking at, Rodrigo Bentancur's been pretty good. He's had 2 successful dribbling attempts out of 2. 6 of the 8 ground duels that he participated in, 6 of them were successful. Of the 2 aerial duels that he participated in,
What's
2
his
of them were
passing
successful.
percentage and how many times has he lost possession?
88% passing from 77 touches, and he lost the ball. He's lost the ball 9 times out of 77. So
The stats aren't actually that bad on him.
yeah, stats don't look that bad.
I'm maybe just more frustrated with him because I've been frustrated with him.
yeah.
We're frustrated with the
Maybe
entire
because
team right
Bentancur
now.
sounds like you're giving him a bit of a bashing.
Good. Yeah, that guy.
I'm gonna get us some merch. I'm gonna get a T-shirt made up with Bentancur, and it's gonna have like 17 R's.
That'd be great. I'll have to buy that one.
Yeah. Well played from the Sporting right back, left back. He's done well, that Santos. Nuno Santos. Yeah, 89th minute, guys. 89th minute. Absolutely. You're drunk. PAEH has been the worst.
I think he was talking to me. I was comparing him and Bentancur. And I was saying I'd sub Bentancur, and then after I said that, Højbjerg had like 3 passes in a row. That one was to the rafters, and the others were to nobody. And so then I really had to eat that.
By Sporting here, they got a chance.
Oh no, Marcus Edwards with a chance to win it. Oh, what a save from Hugo!
Lloris.
There it is, man of the match.
Saves our ass one more time in the 89th minute.
That is the man of the match. That absolutely secures him as man of the match.
That wasn't Edwards though.
Was it not Edwards?
No, 24.
Oh, it was number 24.
24.
That guy that took the free kick.
Oh, Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. Sorry, I thought it was Marcus Edwards. I can't see it on my standard definition HD TV.
The standard or the high standard?
It's ridiculous. I paid like 800 quid for the TV, and then because I stream, because Sky is in like my downstairs. No!
Wow.
If you haven't figured it out, Sporting just scored on the ensuing corner in the 90th minute. I think it's Paulinho. I think it was a sub.
Now they're celebrating. They're having a good time.
Fucking hell.
Hugo couldn't save us one last time.
He can only, there's only so many times you can shoot into the barrel and miss the fish until you hit that motherfucker.
We've been awful. We've been absolutely awful.
Yeah, it was the super sub, Paulinho.
I blame Sean. Sean, you called it.
They bring on a striker. What's he do? Score a striker's goal.
Richarlison, how many of those did Richarlison miss? Twice?
What did we do to change this game to bring in players that can change things for us?
Fucking
Look at that. What a header. Look at that. All the way across the inside.
Emerson's man got bigger. Or was it Kane's man?
Harry Kane gets beaten. And Emerson. It's Emerson.
No, Emerson's man. Yeah, shocking.
Funny.
Fuck's sake.
No, that was Kane's man.
No, Kane's man. No,
that was Kane's man.
Why is Harry marking their striker?
Look, I mean, I don't think they deserve to win the game, but I don't think anybody deserved to fucking win the game. Absolute fucking
Jacob, you had to jinx us and say we would break their record.
No,
why haven't made any fucking changes? Conte, like, you've got 5 subs, bro. You've got a bench. You wanted a bench. You asked for a bench. You've got a bench. Fucking use the bench.
At least some of a bench. You may not have a full bench, but you got a little bit on the bench. You got something to change.
We're making 2 more changes. Is that all 5 for them now, Sean?
I hate that we don't fucking make subs like that. Like, in the 60th something minute. Bro. In the 60th something minute, I was like, please, can we make a sub, Conte, please? And just refuse.
Last chance for Tottenham.
Last chance for us here. Ball outside the box. Perisic puts the ball in the box.
Benson called with a fucking absolute shit first touch. Jesus Christ, man!
Back out. Sporting plays
and that's
it right back
Tottenham
out.
fucking lost. Tottenham's undefeated record is done.
To Sporting.
Oh my god.
And
this is a wake-up call. This is an absolute wake-up call. Let me get through some of these comments. Conte is so stubborn.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Wow. What the fuck? I don't know if you were looking at something else on stats, Sean, but their super sub, this kid that just came on about 4 seconds ago, just completely cut through our entire fucking left wing, or our right wing on their left wing, went into our box and just scored again to make it 2-0 for Sporting. And that is what happens when you make subs. Arthur. Never even
He's been on the pitch. He's been on the pitch for 30 seconds.
But was it even that long?
Look at Emerson. What are you doing there? What are you doing, Emerson?
He's running away from him. He's running away from him.
Emerson.
He gets nutmegged
Oh
inside
my
the box.
God, Emerson Royale.
And then he throws his hands up at Bentancur. Emerson's throwing his hands up at Bentancur, as in you should have had him. Or sorry, at Romero.
Romero.
He's throwing him up at Romero to say you should have had him.
Oh my
You
God,
got
Emerson.
fucking megged, you shit. Oh my God.
Emerson doesn't even try and recover either.
No. This is pathetic. This is embarrassing.
Oh God.
Fucking shambolic.
24
You know what? The kids had asked me, and that's it. There's the final whistle. The kids had asked me if they could stay home from school today and watch this. I said no. And then I was half debating going and getting them out of school an hour early so they can come home and watch the game. I'm so fucking glad I didn't.
Daniel Levy crying?
That Damon Impact 01. Lol, you've just been FM'd. I'm not sure what FM means. Football managed? I'm not sure. Congratulations if you're a sporting fan, Damon. If you're an Arsenal fan, fuck you.
Fuck off.
Lynch 616. This team was here for the taking and we fucked it. This fucking 3-4-3 has to go. It's so boring, terrible. Middle two have been poor. Soren, how you doing, my man?
90th and 93rd minute.
How depressing was that?
I don't so much care about the second goal. Like if you it's all about points, right? If you lose the game, you lose the game. It doesn't matter. But the way we lost the second goal, Emerson Royale was just absolutely fucking disgraceful there.
It's always the case, isn't it? We've given up at the last, and that's it. They go score a goal like that, but we've been poor. We've been poor.
I got an understatement, Soren.
I'm shell shocked by that. I thought it was going to be 0-0. I said it all week. It was obviously going to go to 0-0, and then.
What did I say to you? Was it yesterday, Sean? We needed to put that extra man in midfield.
Yeah.
Boss it.
We need to make fucking changes when changes need to be made. And we need to actually be preemptive with our changes. The fact that there was one change the entire match, you can't tell me that our entire bench can't do something against a team from Portugal. All respect, they just mopped us 2-0, but like, I don't understand that we just stuck with what was not working for 90 minutes, and we continued to stick with that. Went down 2-0. My wife looking at me like, what's wrong? And I'm trying to explain to her, we just got in the and at the death, they decided to bend us over, and we just laid there and took it for the last 7 minutes of that. I mean, when they showed that stat,
you're showing the result to the other game. Inter won 2-0 over there.
Oh, good for them, the bastards.
Yes, Aaron, mate, you can jump on. Anyone who wants to jump on can right now. The link is in the description. Depending on how many people come on, I'll either make it like one by one or just open it up to everyone.
I'm going to bounce soon anyway, Sean, because I need to have some lunch, buddy. Otherwise, my stomach with those meds will start, unfortunately, acting up. So, yeah, I'll get about another 5 or 10 minutes with you here, and I'll because misery loves company, so I'll stay with you guys so I have somebody.
I'm a little bit shell shocked, but I appreciate you coming on, Bobby, sharing the stream with me. I'm shell shocked. I feel like everybody to a man today was absolutely, abjectly, absolutely fucking awful. Aaron, what's happening, man? Good to see you.
Hey, Aaron.
How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good, my man. What's your thoughts?
How long? It's new noble. It's new noble.
Oh,
it's new noble.
Oh, don't say that. No,
it is new noble. It's new noble. You know it's new noble. Then I'm just confused. It's a difficult one because
stay there, boys. I'm back in 1 second. My beer's just arrived. I'll come back. You crack on.
Okay. So it's new noble. It is. It's new noble. We're defensive. We're constantly defensive. We're hoping this Harry Kane flick works every time. If someone's sitting on Harry Kane, it don't work. Son is been a passenger all season. I understand he's got the golden boot, but I can do what Conte's doing right now. Like, what is he doing which no one else can't do?
Like, yelling on the sideline.
I'm so confused.
I'll tell you what he could do. He could be stuck so far with his heels in that he refuses to change anything. That's what he could do. But it's
Mourinho?
very
It's
a little reminiscent.
It's
The thing is, that's his system. I mean, I think one of the big things today is Aaron came up with it the other week with Pierre-Emile Højbjerg being the garbage man. I mean, he was garbage day one, you know. And you know, I'm one of his fans, and our midfield today was shockingly bad. Neither of them had a good game.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? It's he can be the workhorse. You can do that type of ball in the Prem, but you need elegance in the Champions League, and he doesn't have any. In the Prem, you know, because it's physical. He's a Prem player. He's physical, you know, he puts the hard yards in, but he's got no silk.
That's a good point.
There's no silk in his game.
Yeah, that makes
There's no
sense.
silk. Anytime he tried to play a little cheeky ball, it was wayward. He's working harder than he should be. It's like it's like he forgets that the ball does the hard work in the Champions League. He's just working and working. He looks knackered. He's doing yards he don't need to. I don't know if he's stat padding his heat map.
Oh, don't come up with that one. You sound like Adam now.
No. But I don't know if he's. It's like he's. You know, one of them ones. If you look at his heat map now, he's covered every blade of grass. Even though he didn't need to do it. You know.
Yeah. I agree with you. He's been poor today, but then Perisic looked poor today, I think.
Yeah, but the thing is, Perisic, he obviously age and stuff, but he can't perform every game. It's impossible for him to be amazing every game. That's impossible because therefore they know Emerson's not going to do nothing. So then they sit on him. So every time Perisic got the ball, they was running at him every time, and they got young legs and all of that stuff. The person that's killing us, as everyone knows, Emerson. Everyone knows he's decent at going back, but I'm sure there's a under 21s defend right back that can defend as well. I just don't. It's like Conte. We as everybody that watches football, we all know if you put Jed Spence there, he's going to at least add some attacking threat, some pace, something. Yeah, Romero's already an amazing defender, but Romero, it's like he don't trust Emerson either now. So it's weird.
Romero looked poor today.
Yeah, but Romero.
Eggy.
Yeah, it's a weird. It's because he has to drop form as well, innit? Everyone can't be amazing. Like, you know, form goes up and down like this, and there was times where he was getting caught out as well.
The weird thing today, though, don't you think, is that Emerson did look a little bit better with his crossing, but looked worse with his defending.
He is a huge liability, and and he might be the worst right wing back in the Champions League. Have you ever thought about that? We could have the worst right wing back in the Champions League.
Aaron, no, not might be.
Hold up a minute. Who's the right wing back for Pilsen?
Probably better than Emerson. I bet he's got one assist this season.
How you doing, Daniel? Welcome to the stream, my man.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Oh, dejected, my man. Like, I mean, I listen. Yeah. I thought I nailed it. I mean, I still won my bet because I bet for less than 2.5 goals, so I still won my bet. But I thought it was going to be 0-0. I was almost right, and then don't know what the fuck happened in the last 3 minutes. I mean,
we got what we deserved. That's what happened.
We went Thursday, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, come join me for 1 second. Go ahead.
Hello.
Because I was doing the watch along with Sean. So come say they just walked in from school. Come on in.
Hi, boys.
Here you go. Why don't you ask Funkle Sean how the game went?
Yeah.
It was 0-0 in the 90th minute. Yeah.
They scored?
Shh, they'll tell you.
Yeah, they scored twice.
No, we were amazing. We were so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we were.
You heard that right? He said they scored twice
in injury time.
In the 90th minute, it was 0-0, and the game finished 2-0.
I wouldn't worry about watching the highlights, boys. I wouldn't worry about watching the highlights. It was that bad.
Yeah, well, the worst thing is, Sean, the highlights always show.
Sean, sorry, do you have the number in terms of how many how many subs did they make? That's the only thing I was.
Tottenham made one sub.
No. How many did they make? Did they use all 5?
They used all 5 subs.
They used all 5. And we made fucking 1. And what was the score? 2-0.
Nuno ball.
The team, if we lined up on paper, player to player, are inferior.
Nuno ball.
So even with that Arthur kid coming on, who we would probably rate lower than Brian Hill, he came on and impacted just because he was given the opportunity to come on.
Yeah.
And we won't even give opportunities.
How did Son play?
Son actually wasn't
Awful.
as
It was
dreadful.
awful.
No,
It was
he was
awful
shit.
as well.
He was
It was
useless.
shit as well.
He's
It was
poor.
It
rubbish.
wasn't as dreadful.
No, he was rubbish. He was rubbish.
was
They were-
rubbish.
they were all rubbish. Everyone, man to man. The only person listen, in the 90th minute, I gave Hugo Lloris the man of the match,
He's the man of the match for us. Yeah.
but he
Yeah.
then concedes 2 goals. I don't know what to say. It was objectively, absolutely woeful. I don't know where we go from here. I think that Conte needs to take some sort of.
He does.
I blame mostly on him today, actually. Anyway.
I
Yeah.
do as well. I do as well. How many? Oh, by the way, yeah. How many times have we seen it where Lloris has made a world-class save and then they score from the corner? I feel like I've seen that billions of times. World-class
We're living
save,
in,
and then everyone's standing at the
Ireland,
corner
UK.
like this. It happens.
Yeah, I
all
knew it was
the
gonna
time.
happen.
That goal was undefendable. I mean, it was a bloody good goal.
No. It's a set
Yes,
piece. They're all defendable. All we have to do is put a man in front of the guy jumping.
Not only that, we noticed Jacob and I noticed Harry Kane was marking him. Why is Harry Kane on their striker?
Oh, height.
I thought
Harry Kane does usually defend against some of the area because he's very good aerially. So he does usually.
Kane was marking him. I thought it was Emerson.
Both of
Kane
them.
was behind Emerson, wasn't he?
Yeah,
It
I'm
looked
not
like
sure.
it, but there was another guy in front of him that Emerson had.
Right, I'm gonna say,
So-
I think
But
I'd
don't
give
worry,
you
we can blame Emerson fully for the second one as he got nutmegged completely
Oh,
and
yeah,
decided
yeah.
to point at Romero.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
yeah.
Don't worry,
On
there's
that
enough
note-
blame to go to Emerson tonight. Don't worry about that.
On that note, I'm going to go have my lunch and give these guys their after-school snack. So,
All right, mate.
nothing
Thanks for
like
coming on,
coming
buddy.
home from school
Meet you,
and
Bobby.
getting an
Good
angry
to see you,
snack
Chris.
and a depressing
See ya.
snack. So, guys, have a great day.
See you, mate.
Don't worry, we're playing Leicester. We'll get it back.
New
Bye.
Noble
don't
again.
say that
Yeah,
now.
new Noble again. Yeah, can't
Yeah.
wait.
See you, mate. See you, Chris. See you,
Thanks,
Jay.
Take care.
Okay, guys. Cheers, mate.
See you guys.
The one thing that comes from that, I think Son's got to be dropped for the next match, hasn't
Son
he
has
won't
to
be.
be dropped. He has to be
Yeah,
dropped.
he has.
he? Yeah.
Decky, every time Decky comes
Won't
on, he changes the game. In that 10 minutes, he was bright. I don't know, like he wasn't responsible. I mean, it's so clear to me. Like we at some point, like I know the narrative's already shifting from like whatever Conte wants, Conte gets. In Conte we trust. Suddenly people are
anymore.
starting to say, no, I think now he we need to call him out, right? We need to call him out. His substitutions are like
Non-existent.
non-existent.
What is it?
You know what? It's difficult because I don't like.
Why are you
blaming the
sticking with
manager.
Emerson, bro? Why do you love Emerson so much? I know he loves Emerson, but why do
He
you love
must be
Emerson so
having.
much?
He must have some sort of tape on him or something.
Yeah,
That's the only reason. I can't see anything else.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
mean, he's pretty adamant not to play Spence, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
adamant
because it's not
not
his
to
player,
play
isn't it? It's not his player, so he's making a point.
Yeah.
That he
You
don't
kind
want.
of think with that one, what's the point? He either isn't good enough or he is, and if he is, then he should be playing now.
He comes across to me as a sort of player where you give him a chance, he'll take it.
Yeah,
And I think that and he'll figure it out as he goes. He's not going to be perfect, but if you give him a start against Leicester, I bet you he gets an assist or something like that, or a goal. He's a sort of player that would go. There's certain people in life that like when opportunity presents itself, they grab the ball by the horns and go with it. And I think he's the sort of player that would do that. Even if he's not technically ready, if he's not tactically ready, I still think he would just turn up and just make it happen. He comes across to me as that kind of character. And then you figure it out on the job. And I think that to me, Emerson today looked just awful. But it wasn't just him. Højbjerg was so bad today. Højbjerg was absolutely shocking. I bet you Adam wishes he was on. I know he's got.
I'm just saying, I'm glad he won tonight.
Well, he's got more important things happening in his life at the moment. So, and big up Adam if you're listening. But and I hope everything goes okay. But Pierre Højbjerg went from having he was world class the last few weeks, but now he's just.
It wasn't just Højbjerg. I mean, Bentancur didn't do much great.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I don't think you can pick out a player for us and say they had a good match.
Nobody.
Other
Nobody
than
had a good
Lloris,
match.
probably. There's nobody on that pitch that you would say, do you know what? At least they had a good match.
Let's have a look. Let's get it up. I'm going to get the sofa score.
I mean, if anybody scored more than a 6, then there's something wrong today, isn't there?
Let me have a look. Let's get it up for you guys. Oh yeah. Where am I?
By the
There
way,
you go.
Conte must really hate Basuma. He must really hate Basuma. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
that's
going on. From what I've seen, he hates Basuma. He hates him. I don't know why.
He's maybe just
He has
not
to
ready
play his
yet.
sport.
He has to be ready, man. I've
Well,
seen enough.
yeah, but I mean, I don't think. To me, I don't understand unless it's another one of those like Spence where he just didn't want him in the 1st place. But I mean,
All right. Well, let's have a look. Let's start where we were. Go to Benson Court. Let's have a look at Pierre and Højbjerg. Well, actually, before we do that, let's look at the stats over the game. Right. So they had 55% possession. They are a possession team. That doesn't surprise me. 12 shots apiece, 6 on target to 5, 3 off to 4 from Tottenham, 3 blocks. So like, there's very little to differentiate the teams in terms of shots. Corners the same.
The biggest problem our shots were from Royal, weren't they?
Yeah. That's a problem. 5 offsides is not. That's unacceptable, to be honest. And like for the Richarlison goal for me, he was a yard and a half offside. He was 5 foot offside. And Sonny, who was right behind him, was also 2 foot offside. So, just again, poor decision making. I don't know whether it was them mistiming it or whether the pass was held on to for too long, but before they passed it, I think it was Kane that did the release. It was awful. 2 big chances a pop, big chances missed. 2 passes, 565 versus 455. I mean, all right. Let's get into the detail. We'll look at Hugo Lloris first. We'll look at
What the fuck?
Hugo Lloris. 4 saves, 1 run out successful, 3 high claims. He was good claiming the ball today. Saves from inside the box 2. Touches 34. Yeah, he touched the ball 34 times. That's weird. 94%. His distribution was pretty good. Long balls 3 from 2. Yeah, I think you got to give something. I mean, I think Hugo Lloris had a good game. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
He kept us in it until the very end.
Yeah.
I don't think he was at fault really for either of those 2 goals.
No, he kept us in it. He had some really good saves, as did their keeper. I thought their keeper had a couple good saves, but to be honest, why is he under that much pressure in the first place? Like, you have such a good squad, a decent squad. You line up our players versus their players. At the end of the day, you're picking our players. Is there one player that anyone would take from their starting 11 and put this result aside? I mean, when you look at it on paper, our players make more money. They everything about our team is higher level. And the fact that we play down when we play these types of teams, whether it's Premier League, whether it's Champions League, whether it's Conference League last year, whether it's Europa the year before that, it's just like Dinamo Zagreb. Okay, I guess they're world class. Who else? Pacos de Tacos Ferreira, they're also world class. Like, and then now Lisbon, who honestly I thought was like, okay, they're a decent Portuguese side, but like a decent Portuguese side, not in English, France, Italian, not these the bigger leagues. So to me, it's disappointing because on all fronts we should go out there and just take care of business. It shouldn't be an easy win. There's no easy wins in Champions League. I understand that. You say the same thing about Premier League, but at the end of the day, it's Sporting fucking Lisbon. We're Tottenham Hotspur. It's just unexcusable. I think I'm pissed at everybody. On the squad in the starting 11 other than Hugo, because like we've said, there's not much more he could have done. He was standing on his head half the game, and then that set piece, I mean, he came out and got balls, caught him out of air, and I think that's been his biggest critique as of late. But Hugo Lloris for me, obviously the only player who did halfway decent today.
Yeah, go on, mate.
I was just going to say, the thing is, you kind of said it within your own statement there, though. We're Tottenham Hotspur. You know, we're no longer the greatest team in the world. As much as we want to think that, you know, we're not great at the moment. So why should we be thinking we're going to win all these?
But you don't have to be great to beat this competition.
But we're not playing as a team. It's clear something's not right within the system. Just isn't working. I mean, we keep saying there's gonna, one of these games we're gonna click. Well, when's that game coming?
Where is it at? Yeah, it's like if you keep being like, yeah, I'm gonna pay you next month. All right, next month I'm gonna pay you. Okay, next month I got you. And it's just like, bro, I've been waiting. At some point, it's just the expectation is I'm never gonna get paid.
I'll tell you what. Give it another few games. If we're like this, it won't be long before some people are calling for Conte's job.
Yeah, there's the instant reaction. I'm seeing it here at Tavakron Wembley. I love you, my man, but I know you're a massive Levy out guy, and immediately we lose the first game of the season. Why has that disappeared? What's happened there? I'll come back to that in a second. But we can't, like, as soon as we lose the first game of the season, the knives are out. Like I love you, mate. Listen, it's not. I'm not. You can have your opinion on this channel. We're not an echo chamber, so I'm always happy to hear people who want to vent. But I see you saying, you're saying Levy out again. Like to me, it doesn't. I don't think Levy has anything to do with that performance on the pitch tonight. That's down to the 11 men on the pitch, the one player that came off the bench, and then the coach. And
I think the only place you can put blame with Levy at the moment is the fact that we haven't strengthened when we should have done. There hasn't been.
We have strengthened.
No, but I mean over the last 4 or 5 years, when we've had the chance to kick on after the Champions League final, when we was, coming second and third with Poch and things like that, we didn't kick on properly, and I think that's the only.
Yeah, but that's the ongoing debate about Levy in, Levy out. I get it. I get all that, right? But
but I mean, I'm with you that that's not necessarily a reason to get rid of Levy.
I just find it frustrating that, like, the second that we lose, the knives come out, and when we win, the knives stay sharpened but under the desk. Like it gets frustrating. Like call on Levy for a bad window if you want, or whatever, or for a poor window in January, or do what you want. But if we'd won tonight, we wouldn't have the Levy out motif, and suddenly because we lost in the last minute, it's suddenly Levy's fault. It's not Levy's fault. That was the players on the pitch tonight, and those same players should have and could have smashed Sporting. We're a better team, man for man, player for player. I don't think every time we lose it's Levy's fault. Every time we win, they stay silent. It's boring. I
mean, I'm certainly not. I love Conte to bits, but we've now played 6 games this year, 7 games, whatever. We've been overrunning midfield in every single game. But
and there's no change.
We're not changing. That's to me where Conte should be earning his money, and £15 million a year, by the way. Yeah. And like I'm not. By the way, like if you were to watch me last season when I wasn't doing much on my channel last season. I was really doing it on the Irish Hotspur. But I was the only guy when we lost to Mura. Right, the most embarrassing night in Tottenham's history. I was like, let's not forget, boys, that Conte's in charge of that. If I'm like, no, you can't criticize Conte. I'm like, well, I think you can, a little bit, right? But I was called out. I was ridiculed for having a crack at Conte. And I think that everybody, if you're getting paid £15 million a year, you are. Well, I don't care whether you're the best manager that Tottenham have ever had. On paper, when you make poor decisions, your job should be reflected. Everyone celebrates you. Tottenham fans sing your name all day, every day.
I sing your name out here too.
Right, everyone does it, right? So, like, but if you're getting paid £15 million, if you're the most expensive, the most highly paid member of staff at Club Tottenham Hotspur, when you fuck up, when you make decisions, your history should be put to one side. And what are you doing right now? And if you ain't making the right decisions that everybody else can see loud and clear, that you have 5 options, you have 5 subs, and you spent all last season moaning about the lack of depth on the bench, and you demanded that we got a bench, and we've got a fucking bench, and now you ain't using the fucking bench?
I mean, that's one thing that you...
Fuck off, bro. Like, I ain't tolerating it anymore.
You do know, though, but it took a loss to Arsenal for him to change his system at Chelsea. So maybe this was the loss that we needed, because he was still the same. Like, when he's at Chelsea, he was the same thing, slow. They lost to Arsenal and he completely changed it. So maybe he was riding it until we lost the
wheels
game.
fell off.
A horrible loss. Now we might see 3 in the middle. Now we might see Decky at right wing back.
That's interesting you say that. It's interesting you say that because it that's kind of where I'm thinking too, is like, because I agree, Sean. I'm very disgruntled that the subs weren't coming earlier than they should have. We only saw one sub, if I'm not mistaken. But what you were saying, Aaron, man, I just think that something's got to kick them into gear, because if you look at our results, we're unbeaten. And you could argue, hey, it may be boring, it may be this, maybe that, but we're unbeaten. And that's something. And so maybe it is just it's a matter of fact until, like, he actually gets hit with an arrow to where he starts, okay, how do I defend this? How do I change my attack and my approach? You need an arrow or two to slip through the cracks, and then you start
100%.
wondering, okay, here's where the holes are. Here's where I need to start. And I hope, because like you said, he's a world-class manager, the best manager Tottenham's ever had on paper, etc. I have a hard time criticizing him even when we have these performances, because I see it both sides. Like, not just the whole levy out and the not levy out, but the fact of, like, is Conte to blame? I say yes, but then also no, because if you look at the fucking squad, he's got Emerson Royale. No offense, Eric Dyer, Ben Davies. These are characters we've wanted and needed an upgrade from since the start, and we didn't do that. We went and gave him Spence, and then we're supposed to say, "Oh, get Spence up off the bench."
But Conte could have demanded differently, right? Like,
well, yeah,
it's true.
Like, Conte could have said, like, he was very happy to come out last season in January and say this team ain't good enough, and we got the two guys who came in, and on February the 3rd or February the 6th, whatever it was, when we lost against, it wasn't Burnley, it was a couple of games before that, when we lost to Wolves or Southampton, whichever one of the first two games, and Conte comes out and says, we're weaker, and then he had to come out and clarify, I meant numerically, not in player for player, and he was going through that flip-flop fucking bullshit PR program that he does.
He was doing that, what did he say? The level is not so high, or whatever he kept saying. The level is not so high.
And then suddenly we beat Manchester City, and he says, "Oh, these are the best fucking players I've ever worked with in my life." Then we lose to Burnley, and he says, "I don't know if I'm the right man for the job." Right? Like, Conte ain't perfect. I've been calling it out. I called it out last season. I said I think he's absolutely awful with his press release, but he says what he feels. I look at him like a 13-year-old schoolboy when it comes to his, like, press management. He says whatever's going through his brain and his vibe
and
at
I
the
love
time.
He's a true
He's very reactionary, right? But he's very emotional, and I get that. That's like part of the Italian culture. I get it, and I respect it, and I embrace it. But you didn't say shit all summer. You said you were happy. So I don't want to hear people.
But he did also say he needs another 3 windows until he feels like he has a squad that can compete with the top. So he says both sides of it.
No, and that's fine, right? Because what I'm saying is I don't want to hear people now saying I fucking love Conte, but Levy's the problem. Because, like, if Levy didn't do a good enough job, and Conte, who people want to defend until they're long in the tooth, if people want to defend Conte, then they shouldn't accept the fact that Conte didn't stand up and say that we didn't replace Dyer, we didn't replace Davies good enough, we didn't get someone better than Højbjerg or whatever, right? Or Emerson. If Conte was okay with it, then Conte's got to run. Like,
but if he says that, Sean thinks Eric Dyer's going to be. If we literally don't have a replacement for him, and he comes out and says we don't have a replacement for obvious gap here at the left center back and the center back, one of those needs a massive upgrade, and if he came out and said that against Dyer or Davies,
there's no competition for Eric Dyer.
So he can play as shit as he wants to play.
Eric Dyer got twisted. I just saw the fucking Marcus Edwards chance at the end of the first half.
Don't get me started.
I just watched that, right? Perisic puts in the weakest fucking challenge I've ever seen in my entire... we weren't watching it live at the time. We were trying to fucking sync our streams. I've just seen it full like, in the replay. Perisic puts in the worst fucking challenge, and Marcus Edwards just, like, little 5'9" Marcus Edwards just fucking runs over the top of it. Eric Dyer gets twisted left, gets twisted right. Ben Davies gets twisted left and right. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
You know, it's fun.
Marcus Edwards was always a good little player, wasn't he? You know, it was just his attitude seemed to be wrong. He was one of those players that he could have been a little gem for us. If he was almost another, forgot his name already, Ndombele. You know, everything was there. It was just something not right with him mentally. And I don't mean anything demeaning with that one. He just wasn't switched on to being the player he could have been, and it looks like now he's starting to be that player that we knew he could have been.
So was he ripping up Eric Dyer in training when Poch was there?
Yeah,
is that what he was doing? Because he
Yeah,
must have
maybe.
been doing that.
No, he was injured. He was injured half the time. He was in the youth system. I'm not saying that we should have fucking kept on of like Marcus Edwards.
Yeah,
like,
no, of course you don't know how good
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
going to be later
Well,
on.
I mean,
But-
Poch called him the little Maradona, didn't he?
People call him little Messi,
or whatever
the
it
English
is. Yeah,
Messi,
little
whatever it was.
yeah.
Sorry,
right?
Messi, yeah, not Maradona.
Him and Zaha, innit? Him and Zaha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
like-
But look, to me, and Tom Marcannon's saying criminal defending for both goals. What can Conte do about that if the players aren't good enough? And also, I think that there's just moments in games where people switch off. In the Marcus Edwards game, the chance at the end of the first half, Tottenham just switched off, almost like they did against West Ham, and then there was like criminal fucking being twisted and turned. In the last couple of minutes there, again, I'm not saying that that's Conte's fault for the header that came from a corner kick, right? Because that's just. If anyone's, that's that guy Villa's fault, Gianni Villa, for the set piece. He's a set piece defender. Right? He's a set piece specialist. Organise your defence better. But for me,
Sean, he's not a defender.
We're still leaking goal set pieces.
He's an attacking set piece. That's the difference.
Oh, he's not. Oh, so he's
Isn't it
only-
all inclusive though? I mean,
Really?
He's
how can you just do?
He's getting paid $1 million a year, and I only deal with the shit when we score. I don't do that fucking.
The official terminology for that guy is he is an offensive free kick specialist.
Is that true?
Yes.
So who's
That's
on
mad.
defensive? Who's on
What about
defensive?
that?
then?
Now you figured it out.
Nobody is.
No, seriously, that's why all they would go on about is
It's Højbjerg. It's Højbjerg's on the defensive.
2,000 or 3,000 set pieces for going forward, but nothing for defending.
That's mad. Well, that's what the fuck is that? Like, I mean, come on. But listen, I'm not throwing everything at Conte because like the players on the pitch are getting paid a fucking healthy living to do a job. And today, to a man, we were absolutely fucking shocking. And I'm not just throwing this at like Emerson was awful, and I've defended Emerson, but he was awful today, and I blame Conte for not acknowledging that and bringing on Doherty or Jed Spence. Right,
Yeah.
that's a mistake.
Yeah.
Emerson played badly. You get your slap in the face, Emerson, from me, and Conte gets a little slap in the face for not replacing you. But Højbjerg was absolutely shocking.
I was shocking.
Does he have zero faith in Basuma? Is Ollie Skip fit enough to come on? Because both of those players could have come in and done a job. When Decky came on refreshed. He had energy. When everybody else was looking tired, Sporting bring on 5 players. Every one of them's like 100% battery. Playing against Tottenham that have got like low battery signal on their mobile phone, right? Like you need. I'm not just angry with Conte, but I'm angry with the philosophy of like he sets his team up in a certain way and doesn't change unless he absolutely has to, and it's a worry. What is the fucking point of building a bench and having the new rule about 5 subs if you ain't going to utilize it? And he doesn't utilize it.
Sean, can you do me a favour?
Anything.
Can you check the last 2 games we won away in Europe? When was the last time we won 2 games in Europe? The last one and the one after that. How long ago was that? Just to check, just to see.
I'll have a look.
Because I can't remember the last time we won away in Europe. When was the last time that was? Even Europa League. When was the last time we won our last 2 games? Won the last one and then the one after that. How long ago was that?
Let's have a look.
Because
In the
I
Europa
feel like
League.
it's DNA, and because the DNA of the club is bottle, and I think how do you change the DNA of the club? How do you actually change that? Is it start from the top? Because it's got to start from Levy, right?
Well, no. I mean, I think a lot of the DNA in the club has changed with the way we do things, but it's just not enough yet. It's you know, the thing is when you look at it, if we look at Poch, we started to get as though we were getting a nice consistent, and then we got rid of Poch, and then we went with Jose, we went with Nuno, and everything's just been changed. We've now gone to Conte, and to defend him, he's only been here for 9 months. He's going to take longer with our team. He's going to take longer. It's not a world-class team that he's walked into. But, I mean, one thing that we've got to look at is, it was said earlier, we're Tottenham Hotspur, we should be beating Sporting Lisbon. Well, if that's the case, those 11 on the pitch should have been good enough to win that game. You didn't need to make a change in that terminology. And unfortunately, those 11 players were not up. I mean, the thing is, if you watch the match as well, for the first 10 minutes, we didn't play too badly. And then we played shocking. And then half-time, all of a sudden, we play all right again for 5 minutes. And then we're shocking again. Well, that's telling you that these players aren't up for that game.
We beat in the Europa League round of 32, leg 1 of 2. We beat Wolfsburg 4-1 away in Wolfsburg on the 18th of February 2021.
Okay.
That was the last time we won away from home.
Okay.
And then I'll keep going, boys, and I'll let you know when I got the other one.
If you think about it, like it's so. The thing is, every
the one before that, was the Europa League group stage, same season, 5th of November 2020. We beat Ludogorets 3-1.
Because when I was flicking through Twitter, it said that our away record in Europe is horrible, like really bad.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, if Conte can't change that, then there's a problem somewhere higher than him for us to keep having these performances away from Europe. Like when we lost.
No, I disagree with you there, Aaron. No? Because if we can win at home, then we should be able to win away. It's the mentality of the players and the coach. That's not Levy's fault.
So, like when we was prime Poch era, didn't we lose to like Genk with Eriksson and
but I'm going through it right now. Before then, the previous time that we beat a team called Skengia, some third qualifying round Europa League. We won 3-1 away from home in September. We don't win. And Lokomotiv Plovdiv, we won in the second round. Plovdiv's a fucking Bulgarian, second division or seventh team in the Bulgarian league. The last time we beat a really good team in Europe away from home was probably in the 2019 season.
And that was when we went. Obviously, that's when we went to the final, isn't it?
Yeah,
Dortmund, we seem to be good against Dortmund.
But you can't blame losing away from home in a European game on Levy. That's sorry.
No. I'm just saying, as in the general. Like, I don't mean as in Levy's fault, but as in it's like the DNA of the club. Like, like when Chiellini was like, it's the history of the Tottenham. Like, how do you change that?
Yeah, but that's not.
It's the DNA of the club, right?
Yeah, but
if that keeps happening, it's the DNA of the. Yeah, but then you change. But the only the reason why I'm saying Levy, I'm not saying Levy out, but. There's got to be some type of DNA that needs to change because it keeps happening no matter what manager or what team we have. So what is the change there? Because it's not the same 11, but we're still losing to Mora and all these joke teams, and it's not the same 11.
To me, that's the manager's job is to get. First of all, the players should be. These are professional players. If they can't get themselves up for a game, then there's something wrong. Then after that, if Conte isn't getting them up for the game, there's something wrong. If our club captain, which is Lloris and Kane, aren't getting them up for the game, there's something wrong. This is where the problems are, that those players, professionals, on however much money they're on, they're not getting themselves up for that game. I mean,
why is that?
If us 5 went on to the bloody game, we'd do a better job than they did.
But why is that though? Because we've had 2
world-class
managers. We had Jose, We had Jose, I don't know how many games he's played in Europe, but his most embarrassing defeat was being Spurs manager. Yeah. Poch had a horrible night as well. I think it was against, was it Genk or whatever, something like that? I can't remember. Zagreb, I think it was.
Game,
And now Conte,
Zagreb was under.
Yeah, so all 3 of these managers have had horror shows in in Europe.
But I don't think tonight was tonight wasn't.
No. I'm just saying though, but just in general, it shows you how poor we are away, and players can't get up for it, and it's the same thing. It's been the same thing since, let's say, 2017, when we started entering Champions League regularly. Yeah, it's the same performances. I know we lost tonight, and we didn't roll over, and it wasn't a horror show, but these keep happening. It happened with Conte. It happened with Jose. It happened with Poch.
No,
why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? It's not the same 11. Why does it keep happening?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Why? DNA of the club, right? So if you move,
why did Tottenham Hotspur always used to lose to Nottingham Forest? Why did Tottenham always used to lose to Newcastle? Why is there we always beat Tottenham? Why are those?
Why?
I get it. I hear you.
And
I just think that.
So I don't think playing on at the weekend, can we?
It's a difficult one.
I think that Tottenham don't travel well in Europe. I don't know, for whatever reason. I think it's unusual. Tottenham are. Look, Fuck, I don't know, but for what I do, what I can tell you is that right now, I know that tonight, starting right now on a whole bunch of different channels, and throughout the week, the knives are going to come out.
We know what's coming
because it's going to be people that were like tolerating what they called poor performances, where there was victories or good results. The first opportunity that the pendulum is going to swing into a toxic a toxic rhetoric where it's going to be, we're fucking useless. I don't think we were useless tonight. I think that it was a real fucking shame how it finished, but I think the game had 0-0 written all over it all week. I said it 1,000 times. I don't know what happened in the last. We switched off in the last couple of minutes, but we didn't deserve to lose tonight. Like, we didn't deserve to lose. We didn't deserve to win, but Sporting didn't deserve to win either, right? Like it was a boring dead rubber of a game where both teams set up to play a game of chess and hope that the other team was going to do something. It's not good enough. I just see Liverpool taking the lead against Ajax, which is going to piss me off even more. But for me, I feel like we have to think about the narrative now going forward. We've got a massive game against Leicester on the weekend. I liked what you were saying earlier, Aaron, about. And whoever I think it was you, Aaron, that was saying,
we won't see that 11 again. We won't see that
11 again. And I like the way that I think.
I think we will actually. I don't think we will.
You see the same 11.
I think Son will be dropped.
I think you've got to drop Son.
I hope we don't see that same 11 because it obviously didn't work.
I think even Son knows he's going to be dropped. The way he walked off, he knows that he's had his chance now. And look, we're all big fans of Son. We don't want to see him drop. We want to see him on there because he is a world-class player, but it's just not happening. It's just not happening for the guy. He needs a rest. I don't know what it is with him, but yeah, he needs to be dropped.
But that's the reason why we bought Richarlison, though, isn't it? For when they aren't performing. Because the games we lost where we weren't scoring because Kane and Son dry up. So that's why Richarlison's there now. But there seems to be an uproar in the Spurs supporters where they don't want to see Son drop no matter what because of the golden boot.
Yeah, I get that.
In, but
I mean, I'm one of those players that think with Sonny that you're almost playing back into form, but he's getting worse. You know. And to me, this is where now I think Conte needs to change it and just to have a two up front.
You have to change something.
Has to
change something. Change the formation. Change the personnel. Give Brian Hill some minutes. Give Jed Spence or Doherty a starting berth. You have to change something.
In jail.
We have to get some confidence into that team.
Give Basuma a game. Give Ollie Skip a fucking game. Right? Ollie Skip was awesome last season before he got injured. Right? Every single game got better and better and better. Like, let that kid come back in and see if his motivation, if his passion and his desire and drive can motivate players. Because for me, I look at the team and I think there's too many players that think that their position is secured, and there's a lack of respect for meritocracy. I'm not just throwing that at Sonny. I think that Harry Kane was piss poor tonight. I think he was absolutely shocking once again. Like, I know Harry Kane's got 5 goals this season, and so that's going to glaze over the reality. But his first touch has been awful. His decision making up front has been awful.
Pretty much the majority of every games he's been not good until a few shining moments where he scores those goals.
Well,
Sonny's been woeful. Decky, I don't think Decky had the best start. I don't think Decky's anything like as good as he was last season. But I think Decky has suffered from not having to play or to having to play with Emerson. Like, I'll be honest, I think that a lot of the problems in the Tottenham team are because Emerson's in the team.
100%.
Like, when Emerson's in the team and you had Sanchez behind it, it pushed everything down the left. I said it 1,000 times, and that crowds out Sonny. Right?
Yep.
You bring if Doherty is fit, I understand playing Emerson if Doherty's not fit. I understand Jed Spence might not be ready. But if Doherty is fit, put him back in the fucking team, and you have Romero back. You put Decky up front. Doherty and Decky can get back into their little kind of chemistry, their synchronicity, that shit that they were doing in that period of 6 games last season when everything was just flowing and fluid. You do that, and you've got Perisic on the left with Longley behind. No team's going to know where the balls are going to come from because you've got a 4-ball at the right wing back and the right back and the left wing back and the left centre back that both can play ball. At the moment, we don't have that. For me, I think that Emerson Royale, his inclusion in the team creates not just a problem in his position, but it creates confusion and disharmony everywhere else. For me, I think you have to see Doherty on Saturday. You have to.
Romero. Yeah, Romero hates him
he's
as well.
right.
Romero hates Emerson. The amount of times he ghosts him and goes back to Lloris so many times. It's actually embarrassing to watch sometimes, because there's sometimes where, like if a mistake happens up front and the camera pans, you can see Romero like reacting to stuff. And every time Emerson's on the ball, he is throwing his hands up. He hates that guy, man. He wants to take him out. Low key, he wants to take him out. You can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, we've got to put Bissouma in, or like you say, Skip, but we've got to put a 3 in midfield. We've got
something.
Solid.
Something's got to change.
We've got to look solid, and then you've got to change Emerson, like you say. To me, if we put a 3 in midfield, I would bring Spence on.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, I'm cool with that as well.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that as well. You go 3 in midfield, or you could play Decky at right wing back if you've got a 3 in midfield, right? You could play Spence. I'm okay with it.
I would go a 3-5-2, and
so who would your 3 in midfield be?
So 3 in midfield, I would do Højbjerg, Bentancur, and Bissouma, depending on Skip, because I don't think Skip's ready yet. That's why I don't think we're seeing him. So I would play them 3 in midfield. I would play Perisic and Kulu on the sides, and then up front I would do Kane and Richarlison and drop Son totally.
Yep.
I would do similar.
Can I just quickly ask you guys, if you're watching, there's 75 people watching. Thanks for stopping by in the post show. I know everyone's a little bit dejected this evening, but if you wouldn't mind just tapping that like button for me, it really helps the channel get some engagement signals. I appreciate it if you can do that for me. And also hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already. Who wanted to say something?
That's all right. I would like to see Kane as the third in the middle, but like as advanced. So therefore we can have all of our attackers on. Just so then, because we're not doing any risks. And I think if because Spence looks so quick as well, if him was linking up with Decky, it would just be pure overrun. And I just don't know why Conte don't want to see it. I don't know if it's because he's not my guy. He's not my guy. I don't want to see him.
Yeah,
but the thing is, isn't Spence and Emerson? I swear they're only like 6 months apart in age. Because people saying Spence is young, but isn't Emerson 23 and Spence 22? So they might even be in the same school year. So they might even be in the same school year, like, you know what I mean? So, but because people keep saying Spence is young, he's not ready, but athletically he's ready to play.
Look,
so I'm confused.
Has anybody else noticed, going back to the front two though, that Kane and Son don't seem to be as pally anymore?
Yes.
Kane's not passing to Son very much at all. He's not trying to help him in there. Do you think Kane got a bit pissed off with him last year getting Golden Boot?
No, I don't think that. I think it's just more the different role that I think Son and Kane are playing different roles this season than they played majority of last season. At least whenever Son was bagging those goals.
If you watch them, when Kane's got the ball, if he's running forward and Son's to the left, he never passes anymore to the left to him. Yeah. Always goes to the right to Emerson.
My thought would be that maybe he's trying to help Son instead of giving him that direct ball by playing it to the other side, maybe giving him some more space to run in behind. Maybe. I don't think that they hate each other. There's like some animosity.
I'm not saying they hate each other. I just don't think it just, you know what I mean? It's like when you see Kane scoring that, Son's not running over to him quite as like he used to do.
He hasn't been doing that with everybody either. I think Son's been a little upset that he hasn't been scoring. And there was another time I remember Richarlison, he could have tried to play him in at the top of the box. I think he was just inside the box. Son was, and Richarlison. And Richarlison took the shot on instead, and I think a defender blocked it. And you can see every time there's those instances, even when it was with Kulusevski, where he's playing in the ball, trying to find it on his left foot so he could take that curler. You could see that Son was kind of more hoping for a ball played to him. I think he's just frustrated. I think he's hit a run at things, and they're just things aren't going his way. I have a hard time though benching Sonny. I know I might be getting closer to the minority at this point because more and more the fan base is like, yeah, Son needs a rest. I still think that he's going to draw so much attention when he's out there that's why you see the likes of Kulusevski and Richarlison being able to get so much space because they're worried about Kane in the middle and then they're worried about what Son's going to do. That's pulling 2-3 of the defenders. If they have a back four or a back five, you're still pulling 60, 70, 80% of your defensive line just on Son's side. So that's naturally going to open it up for Richarlison or Kulu, whoever's out there. And as you've seen, Emerson has oodles of space because they don't respect him. So I think it's a little bit of that now teams are playing us differently, playing Son specifically very differently. And that's why we're seeing him struggle because his game used to be, I'm going to make runs in behind. You can find me over the top. You can find me with a through ball. And he's going to break that defender because it's a one-on-one. Son one-on-one's a great time.
But he's not making those runs anymore.
But when he does though, it's like the ball's going back or it's going to the sides rather than vertically, and I think that's part of the problem.
That's why I think he needs to be dropped. That's why I think.
I just want to quickly. Just 1 second, mate. Just want to quickly call out because unfortunately, when members put out their member for certain months message, it doesn't come up on StreamYard. I've just seen on your bike, Scott. I never ignore these ones, my man, but I just don't always see them on YouTube. But I just took a look, and you said it's like playing with 10 men when Emerson plays. Awful player, Scotty. My number one member of the channel thinks that Emerson is just woeful. I'm gonna give you guys the chance. I'll let you finish. But just before you do, do you think that Emerson Royale is? How do you feel about Emerson Royale, man? Do you think that is he that bad? Is he absolutely? I mean, today he was absolutely atrocious, right?
I mean, my thought today was I was sort of watching him for a few minutes, and I kind of thought, do you know what? He's actually putting in a couple of decent crosses, and then he just goes and fluffs it all up again, and you just think he isn't good enough for the position that we're now asking him to play, and we've said the same all along. He's a better defender, even though he didn't show it today. He's a better defender than he is going forward. And this is why I don't understand why Conte is sticking with him so much, because he doesn't fit the system Conte wants to play. And we have got better players than him to play in that position. So why keep playing him? Now, either Spence is just not where Conte wants him to be, but surely he can't be worse than Emerson Royale. And Doherty, he's either just not fit or something's not right with him that we can't, but this is it, Emerson Royale has to be dropped for the next game.
He has to. He absolutely has to. If Doherty is fit, if Doherty is fully fit, he must have been.
Isn't fit. There is, anybody would.
Or Decky, or Jed Spence, or Lucas Moura if Lucas Moura.
Somebody has got to be a better position than him because it doesn't matter how much you watch him, he doesn't put in a good enough shift in the match. And you can see that, yes, he's getting forward. Yes, they're getting the ball to him. Yes, he's getting a lot of action. But it's just one of those where you see, I mean, like today was a perfect example. He put 2 or 3 good crosses in, but nobody's expecting him to do it. So nobody's even bothering to get there.
Yeah.
And
you're right.
If you've
right. No one expected him to put that cross in because everyone has anticipated that he doesn't get the cross in.
And then he's had 3 good chances to score today, and he's not good enough to score. And you just think that, I mean, to me, from the it's one thing to have a player that's like entirely defensive, and you say, okay, he's not good enough going forward, but he's really good guy at the back. But today he was nutmegged. Yeah. He was nutmegged for the second goal, and then when the player beat him, he didn't even look like he gave a shit. No,
get him back.
But the thing is with that though, Sean, we're all saying that he's not that bad at defending, but the problem is he's playing in a position that needs him to go forward. So you cannot play a defending. I mean, that's like saying, right, we'll put Ben Davies on instead of Perisic.
You're right. You're right. No, you're right.
Don't get me wrong. Ben Davies will do a better job than Royale is, but it just doesn't work. So why are we consistently playing? I mean, it's like saying, right, we'll play we'll play Kane in defence. He's going to be our central defender, because that's what we're doing with Emerson. We're playing a defender as in an attacking role, basically, and it's not working.
I agree. I agree. Soren, sorry, Daniel. Let me ask you this, mate. Why do you think? Good shot from Trent Alexander-Arnold. 1-1, by the way, in the Liverpool Ajax game. Daniel, why is it? Do you think that Conte is so has so much faith in Emerson? What do you like? Kind of talk to me as though you're in his mind. What is it that he sees in Emerson that we don't see?
I mean, the only thing I can see is that effort. That's the only thing I can see. He tries
hard. Passion, yeah?
That's the only reason I can see it. Other than that, he's the most useless right wing back I've ever seen in my life. And I've stood by that for forever. Since last season, I want him gone. Yeah. And every time he gets into the final third, he ruins it. Every time. And
So what do you want to see for it's a difficult dilemma, right? Because again, like, you look forward to Leicester and you think that on paper, Leicester's like, they got a good team on paper, but they're like, I think they're probably playing to get Brendan Rodgers sacked, right? They've down tools. So you'd hope that we can go on Saturday night and smash Leicester 4-5-0, right? But we need to see a response. But for me, do you lose faith a little bit in Conte if you see the same 11?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Jacob, tell us why not, and then I'll come to Aaron and Daniel and Soren in a second to find out why.
I will never have doubt in a man who feels so strongly about something that has been successful for him over X amount of years. Now, it may not be working at the current juncture, but it's proven that it does work. And it really, we've all known Champions League isn't his forte. His thing is the league and the domestic cups, if you will. So I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't hold it against him if our 11 was the same. Now, do I want to see it change? Of course, because what we saw is just not good enough. There's at least 4 changes that I could see easily being made. But if Conte sticks with his 11, I'm not worried, or I'm not. What was the question again? No, I wanted to say it correctly. I just want to make sure that.
Wait, listen. I can't figure out how to get back to square one here, so I'm just going to own up and say I forgot what the question was.
An argument there.
Do you lose faith in Conte?
Okay,
do you lose confidence in Conte? I couldn't remember the exact verbiage you used.
If Conte comes out with essentially the same 11, right?
Not the system, just the players.
Yeah, even if the system's the same and the players are the same. If it's essentially the same 11, if this is his best 11 tonight, and the only difference we've seen really is whether it's Longley for Davies and Perisic for Sessegnon.
Or Kulu for Richie.
That's really where the changes are, right? And Kulu, yeah, okay. But if that's it, if we see the same bullshit 11 against Leicester, do you start to go, I don't know about Conte anymore. I feel like he's a little bit too stubborn.
No, again, I'll double down. No, I don't think that would change anything. Where I think I'm starting to question the cracks in my faith in Conte are starting to become larger in the sense of his substitutions, his in-game decision making. I don't know if it's all his decision. Are they not listening? He's yelling a whole lot. Are they just not listening? Or is it what he's yelling not working? And I'm not the guy who's going to say one way or the other what that may be. But where I start to question him is just the lack of substitutions. Bro, we have 5 subs this year. You know how freaking excited I was about that? I mean, and then we start bringing in players where we're like, oh, we have actual depth at some positions. We can rotate these guys. We can start seeing different 11s, and we don't see many different 11s unless it's by force. And so that's where I'm starting to question is more the substitutions, the in-game stuff, rather than his 11, because to me, I think by him doubling down and picking the same 11 over and over, that's him sticking by what he's already said, which is this squad's not good enough. These are the best we have. I haven't gotten the appropriate positions filled other than Perisic, other than Richarlison, and you're seeing those people in the 11. Now, we haven't seen much anyone else. Bissouma was by fours, and then we didn't even see him make a cameo today. So that's where I'm starting to question. Not the 11 itself, just okay, this 11's not working. Here's the holes. Let's make some moves. And we don't seem to completely do that. That's where my faith in Conte is a little bit unwavering.
Quick question to you then, Jacob. Do you think Conte knows his best 11?
Yeah, I think we've seen it. I think he's made it obvious what he thinks is the best 11. What is most interesting, like we've all kind of echoed, is the Emerson thing. How was that the landing spot where he falls? Like, okay, this is where the best right wing back we got. Is it the effort? Is it the energy? Is it the athleticism? Because he's got those, but the crosses are not there. In fact, I saw some stat that was like, out of the big six, he's the worst, which I think we all knew.
Yeah.
But it's just when you got like legitimate proof in front of your face, it kind of hurts because it's like, well, we haven't lost any games. So he's not completely sinking the boat. But at the same time, we're not really getting to our destination. So at some point, you got to change something on this boat, whether it be on the right, whether it be in the middle, up top, on the left, whatever. Something's got to change. I want to see something change. But if we see the same 11, my faith does not change. I think the substitutions, I'm losing faith in that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. And you boys, there was a lot of people that when I asked the question originally, if you do see the same 11, you're going to start to question Conte's, not his like ethicity, whatever the word is. Ephesusicity?
We can't see the same 11. We cannot see the same 11.
We can't.
We can't. I mean, look, if we see the same 11, then to me, that's, we all sat here, we through the window, we were all saying, has it been a good window? Has it been a bad window? A lot of us agreed that we'd strengthened in depth. Well, if we've strengthened in depth, that means there's enough players to change the first 11 as well. And if we haven't changed anybody to come into the first 11, other than Perisic, which is in now, then we really did have a shit window. And to me, there is enough players on that bench to come into that first 11 to say, look, I'm going to fight for that position now. And I'm sorry, anybody that thinks Emerson should be starting the next match and Son should be starting the next match, then there's something
So
wrong.
what would be your let me just, before we go there, let me call out a super chat from Hollywood Hotspur. Big up Hollywood Hotspur, man. It's good to see you back on the channel, man. I haven't seen you for a little while. How you doing, bro? Hollywood! He says Conte needs to use his bench more. We look like a team that was spent after the 85th minute. I think we look like we were a team that had low battery after the 60th
70,
minute.
66?
7th, yeah, around like at that point. Like it's one thing to not use your bench. It's another thing to know that other teams have got 5. Like other teams that use their bench can replace literally half of their outfield players. And if you're someone that is reserved in doing that, it's like a double negative. First of all, you're not taking advantage of it, but second of all, other teams are taking full advantage of it, and that's what happened.
And that made a difference. It made a difference.
Massive difference.
Exactly.
You have to.
Sure, I have a question.
Yeah, go on, Aaron.
Does this mean that our window was a 2 out of 10 for Conte's team? Because if we bought all these players and you don't want to make one change, does this mean that the window was good for a normal team, but for Conte's system, it was a horrible window?
Yeah.
Because technically, I remember, because I remember, soon as the window opened, everyone was like, all right, we know Emerson or Dirty's gone. We know they're gone. And it came up with Emerson's dad is talking to Atletico Madrid, and he'd love to go to Spain. They're having dinner. And we're all like, all right, where's this wing back then? And then Spence comes, and that took how long? 3 months to sign him or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was annoyed. I was ready to just
that was getting ridiculous.
move on.
But if technically for Conte, the window has been terrible, or he would make the changes.
I disagree with you a little bit there, Aaron. For the simple reason, the only person that knows whether it was a bad window for him is Conte.
Yeah,
now, we might say it was a 2 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 or a 5 out of 10, whatever. I think it wasn't a bad window. And I think the players we got in, there are players in there that can come into that first 11 on a rotational basis. Problem is, he's not rotating them. Now, Bissouma's a good player. We know that. Skip's a good player. We know that. But the one thing that I don't get, you've got Jed Spence there. What's the first thing he's going to want to do when he comes on that pitch? Is prove that he can play that.
Show everybody.
Hungry as shit. Same as Kulichevsky is now. When he comes on, he's at it. You bring Jed Spence on or you bring Doherty on because they're going to want to prove that they can play. What did Richarlison do when he got his chance? He
Proved he wanted to play.
He proved he wanted to play. Now, this is where I don't understand it, that the one position where everybody is shouting out to say he's not good enough, and we've got two players there that are going to be hungry to play, but we're not even giving him a chance.
A dangerous dog is a hungry dog, and we got some hungry dogs on the bench, and it's like, come on.
That's the first position that we all sit here and say we should have made a substitution on, and yet it's the one position that he's never going to make a substitution on. So that's what I don't get with Conte. I mean,
Kulu played right wing back for like 6 minutes the other day, a few games ago.
And he still looked good, didn't he? Did he create a chance?
He did. Immediately.
Immediately.
As soon as he came in the match, he created a chance, and he just added something to that right-hand side. We were lacking that whole game.
What's the one thing Mourinho used to do regular? Subs at half-time if we were playing poor.
Yeah, I like that. Get them out of there.
He didn't wait to see what he was like. No, you're coming off.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing.
Yeah, it was Eric Dyer, weren't it, in like the 30th minute? He was like, this ain't working. Come off. And now he's starting main centre-back. Pete
Mourinho at Chelsea days. I remember seeing Mourinho when he was peak Chelsea day when it wasn't working, and in like the 23rd minute, he would just go, "This ain't this." I think he did it at Tottenham as well. I think he hooked.
Eric Dyer, yeah.
I think he also hooked
Sessegnon. Yeah.
Winks, I think, as well.
Conte did that to Sessegnon too.
Yeah, I was going to say that,
Yeah, that's true. See you again, Hollywood Hotspur, my man. Thank you so much for the super chat. I hope that we've answered your question. I think we all agree with you, bro, that we've got a manager right now who seems to be fairly reluctant to utilize the bench. And for me, I think it's a double negative. It's one thing to not use your own bench. It's another thing to know that the other teams do. And then suddenly you've got, in a Champions League game, a tiring, exhausting 90 minutes when you're in the last 10 minutes and you've got 11 players that are on 10% battery, and you've got the other team coming on with 5 people that are coming on with 100% battery. You're going to get, awkward circumstances. And for me, it's a big fucking problem. Hollywood Hotspur, I love you, man. Thank you very much for the super chat. Let's move on and see what else people are saying.
Real quick, to add on the last thing you said there, Sean.
Please.
That you don't have to be a world-class player to come into a game and make a difference. And when you don't make these substitutions, you allow the other team to be first. We were talking about that, me, you, and Bobby, Sean. What's up, Danny? We were talking about that when we were watching the game. Was like, okay, it's 66 minutes, and we're kind of lacking something. We need to start seeing some subs, and we didn't see it. Then they were first to sub. Then we made 1. Then they made 3, and then the difference started really showing the holes. Because, like I was trying to say, like, you don't have to be the greatest to have a bunch of energy off the bench. We've seen what Lucas Moura can do. With a lot of energy. We've seen what other players like Bergwijn can do when he just comes off the bench with a lot of energy. To me, it's just when we're lacking, we're not trying to fix that. We're, like you said, on 10% battery, and it's like, bro, put some fresh legs in there. Even if Spence is the worst right wing back we have, he may be the he may be
100% Spence is better than 20% Emerson. Right?
110% Emerson, mate. What are you talking?
Yeah.
But even then, there's still that gap, right? There's still that, like, okay, I know he's going to give us between this and that. And it's like, bro, 60, 70 minutes after Emerson's been running around doing nothing, it's like, come on. Let's see something.
Exactly, mate. And not only did he get himself in 2 good positions going forward. I don't blame Emerson for the one chance where he got his foot around it and he got a shot on target. I think that was actually a pretty good effort from him. It was a good save from the keeper. I'm not sure how much better he could have done. But the second one that happened a minute later was just random. Danny, I want to bring you in, my man. I think everyone needs to.
I've got to bounce, mate.
You got to go. Cheers, Soren, mate. I love you, bro. See you soon, my man. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks very much. See ya.
See you, mate.
Take care.
Danny, my man, listen, I'm going to let you go. I know you. I can tell. I can already
My
see
tier 1 sauce. My tier 1 Twitter sauce.
He's
My
chewing
tier
on his
1.
mate. He's angry. Tier 1 Danny Kiriaku's angry. Go,
tier
Danny.
1 sauce.
Tell us how you're
No,
feeling right now, my man. Tell
Big
us how
up,
you're feeling.
everyone. It's good to see you. It's been a while since I've been on the stream, to be honest. A long time, actually.
Yeah.
But, yeah, look, where do we start? I mean, first of all, Sean, right? When I was saying at the beginning of the window, when we weren't signing anyone, that our window was poor, you were saying, no, thus far it's 7 out of 10, whatever it is. Then you decided to change your opinion, right?
Are you coming at me?
Because you
wanted
wanted to hold on. Because you wanted to flip flop about it. But okay, fine, fair enough, right? You can do what
It's
you want.
not
your
called
opinion.
flip flopping. It's called
Right?
flexibility of thought.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
called
yeah, yeah.
mental
Whatever
dynamism.
you call it that makes you sleep
I love
better,
that,
right?
Sean. I'm stealing that.
Right? And then
Next time my wife come at me, no, that's flexibility of thought, baby. Come on.
and then obviously you've been preaching about Emerson, like no, he's good and this and that. But then as you delved into his stats more and as you delved into things, you started to see what Emerson truly is, who is an absolute awful footballer, right? He should not be playing for Tottenham Hotspur. As Jacob said, we saw the stats. He's the worst right wing back out of the top 6, right? By a lot as well. You can see it.
It was noticeable.
Right? By a lot, right? Now, one thing I said is that this season.
I didn't know you were going to come at me when you come on. I thought you were going to come at the team.
Look,
I didn't sign up for this.
Right?
See you later, Danny.
Let's be honest, right? We have played, apart from the Southampton game, right? We've played pretty poor in pretty much all of our games, right? We've been getting by, we've been getting results, right? And it's covered up a lot of the flaws that are currently within our team at the moment and within the way we're playing football, right? The way Antonio Conte is setting us up at the moment is to try and not lose games. Now, it was a matter of time until this type of football was gonna come back and bite him in the arse, right? Because he's so stubborn with his tactics, the way his substitutions, when he brings players on, and he's not changing it up to try and make it slightly different, right? If he brings players on, yeah, exactly, Jacob. And what's frustrating the most is today I would have loved to have seen something like Kulu, Richarlison, and Kane start the game, but once again, Son has started. Now, look. Before anyone talks rubbish, I'm not talking about on the panel, I'm talking about in the comments or whoever else watches this, right? Son is a world-class player. The problem is he's played absolute donkey this season, right? He's been so poor this season, and by his standards, right, his high standards and what we should all expect from Son, it's been atrocious, right? I don't care what Will Stewart says, I don't care what anyone says, he has been poor, right? Kulu's been one of our best attacking threats this season. Yet the last 2 games he hasn't played, right? He's had to come on and make the difference as an impact. And he was the only one actually trying to create things when he did come on the pitch, right? It's clear and evident that Son doesn't have confidence at the moment. And for me, as much as you want to try and get him that confidence, the best thing for me right now for him is to bring him out the team. He has to come out to show that he is droppable and that someone else in a team can be rotated to give them a chance who's actually playing better than you. Because what does that tell you? What does that tell the players who are actually playing well if they're not getting picked just because of Son Heung-min's name, right? And
I agree. I
sexy name,
100% agree with you.
It is a sexy name, but unfortunately, he's not playing sexy football. He's playing donkey football. That's where we're at the moment. And what's frustrating?
I could not agree with you more, Danny, on what you're saying, man.
Yeah, and do you know what, Sean? Right? I'm not even going to get angry about it because look, I know exactly what's going to happen with Spurs. I never expected us to go for a trophy this season, or the squad. I already said the squad was not good enough. Right? We might have brought in Perisic to improve the starting lineup. And I think Basuma, again, in time, I think will become the mainstay in that team.
Why do you... Let's just... Sorry to interrupt, but I just want to dwell... Because it's a really interesting point you're bringing up, right? I think we're all a little bit scratching our heads. Danny, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, this is not me having a crack back at you. This is just me asking you a question. But like last season, were you one of the people that were like, fuck me, we've got Antonio Conte. Whatever Conte wants, fucking get the job done. Right?
Yeah, of course. But the thing is, Sean, what I know...
So are you now at the point, though, when you're looking at the decision-making of Antonio Conte, it ain't... Daniel Levy's role and responsibility kind of gets involved in the summer and in the January window, and it is what it is after that. It's over to the manager to get it done. Are you now like the rest of us, I think I've got like some sort of level of consistent theme here from Daniel, from Jacob, from Soren, and from Aaron. Are you some? And I certainly feel this way, where I'm like, I called out Emerson all last season. I hated him when he first signed. I was one of the guys going, he's fucking woeful. Then he grew on me. Then he grew on me after the Arsenal game. I thought he was getting better, and I was like, I'm falling in love with him a little bit. But
compilations were coming out.
Yeah. And I was full of, but at the same time, like the other, like Emerson's a bit of a different one. But people like Basuma, he ain't getting a fucking minute, bro.
Yeah,
he ain't getting a minute, right?
He's physically the best midfielder we got.
He is.
Are you at the point where you're going, Conte, what's going on, bro?
Well, look.
You got Matt Doherty. We know that Matt Doherty plays better with Decky plays better when Matt Doherty's with him, right? We know that the Basuma's a fucking world-class player. At what point do we start to say, come on, Conte, what's cracking, bro?
I think it's even now. The thing is, right, I think we can agree, like, someone like Basuma, for me, from what I see, right now, to me, it looks like Conte is trying to show the club that what we have still is not enough, because from what I know, he still wasn't happy with how the window ended, right? As much as he's not going to come out and say the window wasn't as good enough, as he's not going to say that. He's not going to make the players at the club. He's not going to try and create a negative atmosphere, right? Yeah, but from what I'm told from before when the window finished, that he still wasn't happy enough. He wanted more. He wanted at least one more player, and we didn't get it, right? For whatever reason, we just didn't get it, right?
Daniel James.
I mean, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. That was the Paratici name that was thrown out. Right, I mean, it's ridiculous. And what frustrates me the most is that we all said at the start of this season what positions needed strengthening, and we didn't strengthen a lot of the key areas we needed to strengthen. Right, we still, in my opinion, I still think we needed another striker, because I had a feeling Richarlison wasn't going to play as much as a backup to Kane, because he's going to have to rotate him, so he's going to be a utility player. But I had a feeling that he was going to get more games on the wing, and that's what we've seen so far. He's played more as a winger and more as a right winger than we have as a left winger, which is his best position, in my opinion, right? And what I think it is I think it's definitely something. There's something there that Conte he's being very stiff with his tactics and substitutions, because for me, one of the reasons is that he doesn't trust the players that are in that squad right now, not all of them, right, to do what he wants them to do at this moment. Because I think Basuma, I don't think is tactically ready to play how Conte wants him to play tactically. Nothing to do with his fitness or his attributes, because we all know he's probably our strongest midfielder, probably our fittest midfielder as well. His stamina is ridiculous. We've seen it in the Premier League. I just think that his tactical game is not how up to scratch with what Conte wants to do with him in that center of the pitch, and also depending on who he's playing with as well, because you have to play him with someone, obviously, and it's whether or not that person they can adapt, and he's trying to gradually build him into it, and I think we will see him more as the season goes on. And I think it's difficult to play players like Basuma and Skip unless one of them's going to have a specific role. If Skip's going to be the more defensive one, and one of them's going to have to go forward, because once again today we lost the midfield battle, right? We just couldn't get a hold of the ball. We just couldn't keep the ball. Bentancur and Højbjerg were playing sloppy passes. I mean, look, the whole team were playing sloppy passes. Everyone was bad tonight.
Yeah, it was woeful.
Yeah, the only
Harry Kane doesn't get a gimme. Harry Kane was shocking today.
Terrible, absolutely terrible.
Awful.
And the only person I think that actually was half decent, it wasn't even that great, because he nearly made a few mistakes, was Lloris. And he kept us in the game.
He was the man of the match until the 92nd minute.
Until the 92nd minute, yeah. But it just goes to show how.
You know what? We lose 2-0. I still don't know if there's another player on the pitch who gets the man of the match above Lloris, despite the fact that he conceded 2 goals.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Look, I think you can see with the second goal as well how bad Emerson was defensively as well. And I think there's this weird narrative about he's very good defensively, because from what I see, like you did a show on it, Sean, right, about his stats, about he's the most dribble pass player at Tottenham, right?
Who's that?
What does that Emerson,
yeah.
Right? What does that tell you about his defending if he's getting dribbled past by more times than anyone else in the squad? It tells you that he's not good defensively in terms of his positional awareness and his actual aggressiveness when he's actually defending. And you saw it for the goal. He was just like standing there. He wasn't getting tight to his man. He wasn't pressing him. You get in the player's face and at least stand your ground, and he just let him go past him very easily. And I think the reason why some of the stats are so skewed, right, especially with like the amount of goals we've conceded, is because a lot of what Romero does, he's been covering up on all the faults and flaws that Emerson has.
Hey,
because
sorry,
Romero
I don't want to burst your
is
bubble,
good.
my man. But Romero's been fucking terrible since he's come back from injury.
Yeah, he hasn't been the greatest. No, I agree that he hasn't been the greatest. But I'm saying
no, not the greatest,
that,
mate. He's looked like a fucking £10 million player since he come back from injury.
Yeah,
no one gets the pass. Everyone loves Romero, but he's been.
I know, but Sean,
shit.
what I'm saying is before, right? Yeah, like last season as well, right? Every time Emerson played, a lot of the time he was covered by Romero. How good Romero was, right? I'm not saying Romero's been great since he's come back from injuries, but he hasn't. But before that, he was playing good. He was playing good, right?
Yeah.
But look, and no one, everyone gets no one kind of deserves any sort of praise because no one's played well, especially the last few games. They've been playing awful. If it wasn't for Kulusevski kind of turning on against Marseille and Richarlison getting those headers on target, it would have been another game, a woeful performance against 10 men where we should have really capitalized properly on that. And look, it just goes to show for me is that this squad is still nowhere near strong enough, right, to compete with City, Chelsea, Liverpool. It's just not, right. I said it before.
Maybe.
I said it before. This season is going to be a scrap for top four. I think we still get top four, but it's going to be a very big scrap. And I think we'll only get it if we make sure that our key players don't get injured, because we haven't got many options on the bench in terms of real quality that can come on and really impact the game. Apart when Richarlison, with only players that can come on.
Well, that's
today,
why you should put Sonny on the bench, right? Put Sonny on the bench. You start with Kulu and Decky,
Sean, right? Even with Kulu on the bench, one player, when you can make 5 substitutions, is not enough players to impact a game. I thought Brian Hill was made for today.
I
would have loved to have seen Brian Hill come on, just to give
Brian Hill would
different.
have been fantastic. I think Brian Hill would have been very different to that. I think he's a good player. Lucas Moura's obviously out injured, but Lucas Moura should have come on. If Lucas Moura was fit, he would have been the next sub to come on. I know he's obviously out injured right now. And then I definitely think, I think that Ollie Skip, I'd even go as far as to say in that sort of game tonight, when the game is being played out the way it is, you bring an Ollie Skip on, probably ahead of Bissouma. For me, I think Ollie Skip, with the kind of energy that he's got and that like little fucking Jack Russell kind of player mentality, I think you bring him on. I think he livens the rest of the players up. I don't know if you guys agree, but for me, I think there were options. We just didn't take them, and it's fucking annoying that we didn't take them.
You're seeing that a lot with Conte, Sean. I think it's his stubbornness, because I honestly believe there is something there that he's trying to show. Not just that, and obviously he wants to win the games, but he's trying to show that his beliefs of that the players that he's bringing on or who he's picking that are good enough to do the job, right? But for whatever reason, at the moment, they're not playing good football. I mean, we saw it at the back end of last season. But there were certain games we were playing brilliant footballs. It's not like Conte can't play good football, right? It's obviously what I'm seeing is a lack of desire and effort from the team. It's like they don't really want to be there at the moment, and that it's weird, because in moments in the game they can turn it on, and you can have moments of brilliance like we've had in a few of the games where we've had a good cross or a good moment, a bit of play where we've scored a goal, but then the rest of the match has been absolutely dog shit. Look, this football is not going to win us a trophy, and this football we'll be lucky if we get out of the group playing like this, if we keep playing like this. And I think we're in for a real fight this season for top 4. I think we'll just about get it, but it's not going to be we're not going to close the gap much on the 3 above us, because the thing is, they've got better squads. They've got far deeper quality of players on their bench.
Who's the 3 above us? Who are the 3 above us?
The Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man City. I'm talking of where they finished last season.
You think Liverpool will finish? I think Liverpool will look fucking awful.
I think they've still got it in them, man. Man City haven't even gone up another gear yet. So let alone if Liverpool start playing well. Look, if we start playing well, we could go up another level or 2. We've seen how good we can be if we do it. But at this moment in time, what I'm seeing is there's not much. There's not much that Conte is doing to try and make a big difference. I keep saying, for me, like, we need to have that three in the midfield, because with Conte and the players that he's got at the moment, there's just not enough for what Conte wants. He wants right. If he's going to have a midfielder, he wants someone who can do like what like a Barella can do, right? Someone who can get forward. He can create things out of nothing. He can score goals. He's just very difficult to deal with. He wants a player like that, but Højbjerg, Basuma, Skip, and Bentancur they're not really those type of players. They're more central midfield players, hold the ball, get the ball ticking, and that kind of stuff. I think maybe Basuma could do a little bit of it. Højbjerg, you could say at times can, but you see it in some of the biggest games, like especially when the pressure's really on. Højbjerg can have games like he did tonight. Bentancur, we've seen it as well. It's just they're not at that top level you need them to be if you really want to compete with those teams. And look, and I said, right, I'm not being funny, but even with the squad we've got right now, we should be expecting Tottenham to get out that group. There's no way we should not be.
We are going to get out of the
getting
group.
Out of that group.
Yeah, I know. We're going to get out of the
group. We probably will, right? But what I'm saying, Sean, is that this football is going to get us out of the group, and that's it. We're not going to get past the knockout stages playing like this. We're just.
We knew that, though. I think we all knew that we weren't going to really make a push in Champions League. I never really felt that way. Not until Conte gets a full 3 windows like he's been calling.
Quarterfinals, though, right? Like for me, Jacob, I don't know what your thoughts are, mate, but for me, quarterfinals is par for the course. If we get to the last 16 and we get knocked out, it's a disappointing campaign. If we get to the quarterfinals and we get out, it's about where we should be. If we get to the semi-finals or the final, or go on in a dream world and win it, and then we're overperforming for where we are.
No, I'm trust me, I'm ready to get swept off my feet and carried into the house of Champions League winners like a newlywed bride. But if I'm being realistic, I think round of 16s might be where we get. If we may, I still feel like given this result, I mean, if we get a Bayern, if we get someone like that, that's it.
But you know what? But it's results like tonight that dictate who you get, right? So we're now on 3 points. They're now on 6 points. I don't know what was the result in the Marseille game? Did anyone see?
They're playing right now, I think.
I thought they played early, didn't they?
No, they play right now.
No. Yeah, they're playing now.
Sean, I do have to go, buddy. I do want to say it has been fantastic doing the watch along with you.
We're gonna wrap it up right now. I appreciate you so much, Jacob, my man. Do you want to plug your channel for me, mate? And I'll grab your link for you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. United Spurs of America, me and Michael is the other half of that channel there. Been doing a lot of recently just like pop-up shows and stuff, really trying to just do more content on the channel. So those, if y'all are up late tonight, I may do one late tonight, depending what goes down. But if not, Michael and I will be popping up at some point. So head on over to United Spurs of America. You can find us there. Also, I want to part y'all with this thought. Like, we weren't even supposed to be here. We at the club and we're still like, damn, drinks are overpriced. And we weren't even supposed to get in the club. So a little bit of me is still excited that I'm still just listening to Champions League music. And I'm like, you know what? It's a beautiful time. But I do want to see better. This is disappointing, especially with the group that we got. My expectations were, okay, we're in the dance. Now let's go show them some boogie moves. Lately, we've been showing that we dance like a true white man with no groove, no passion, no rhythm. But somehow we still got the girl a couple times. But tonight we did not go home with anybody. We went home empty-handed. And honestly, pretty disappointed, pretty embarrassed. Especially because that dude you said used to play for us. We let him go on a free, and apparently he's really good. So, but anyway, big ups, Sean. Thank you for letting me join you on this watch along. Aaron and everyone, Danny, thank you for sharing the screen with me.
Thank you for coming by,
and
Jacob, my man. You're always welcome on the channel, as you know, my man. Get over to Jacob's channel, guys. The link is in the description. United Spurs of America. Let me get it up for you. Please go over there and get that guy to 400 subscribers very, very soon. Him and Michael are great guys. Appreciate you, Jacob, mate. I'll see you real soon, buddy.
Appreciate that. And anytime any of y'all want to come on the channel, please feel free to reach out. Would love to have any of y'all on. So just hit me up, man. Peace.
Wow. Okay. Thanks, mate. I appreciate you. Frankfurt is winning 1-0.
Yeah.
I think that's at home against Marseille. No, it must be away at Marseille. Interesting. Boys, listen, we've been going for 3 hours and 40 minutes. Is there any closing thoughts? I know, Danny, I'm going to let you plug Tottenham on tour. Aaron, any closing thoughts from you, my man, before I come to Daniel as well?
Closing thoughts. Let's just hope to see a different formation or 11 at the weekend. And come on, you Spurs. That's it,
my man.
That's all I got.
No, it's difficult to find positivity, isn't it?
Yeah, look, for me, I just want to say, look, we're still in the competition. It's still early days in the season. I just hope that we can start actually playing some decent football and that Conte starts changing things around. I think it's a matter of time until Dotti and Basumo or Spence or someone's given a chance somewhere. And we just have to hope that they can take it, really, because if they don't take the chances, you know what happens. You know what's going to happen. Conte's just going to go back to sticking with who he trusts to try and grind out results, even if we're not playing well. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, look, we know we still need more. So I just don't want people to get their hopes up for expecting like a top 3 finish and a cup, because it's just unrealistic right now. As much as I hope that happens, for me, it's just unrealistic. If it does happen, for me, I think we've overachieved based on how we've acted, especially in the market, because it was just not good enough. This, what people forget is this club has been neglected in the market for years, right? And I'm not saying they haven't spent money. I'm saying they've done it so badly. They haven't done their due diligence on the players they brought in. They haven't. They've just kind of bought, and they haven't really done enough. Every single time, it's always that feeling we need one or two more. It's always that feeling, and I just hope that things can maybe change, but we have to, I don't expect that to change, in my honest opinion. I think it's going to be like that every kind of window, where it's always going to be one or two more. And look, as long as we've got Conte, having Conte is a massive thing. It's huge, right? But if they don't give him the full tools to do what he wants to do, then he's
not using his tools that he's got available right now, man. This is the problem. This has got to be the discussion point this week.
No, I get that, Sean.
I understand where you're coming from, mate. I understand your Levy out. I understand you're frustrated with Daniel, and everything looks up. I'd rather say let's wait, like hold fire on the Levy stuff until January, right? There's nothing we can't change what we've got.
Yeah,
and I think right now the frustration should be why isn't Conte using the tools that he has?
Is that people shouldn't be expecting we're going to have this like unbelievable football, because we haven't really changed loads to make a big difference in the way we play or in terms of the substitutions we can make. Look on the bench tonight, right? Apart from Kulusevski, right? Which other attacking players did we have as options? We didn't, right?
Well, Lucas Moura was injured. I mean, Brian Hill.
Lucas Moura should leave the club. He's awful, right? He's not a good player.
He's not awful.
He is an awful player. He's not. Last season, second half of last season, every time he came on the pitch, we were worse off when he came on. He had 3 assists all season or something like that.
It's not just about that. It's about what this indirect, this off the ball, there's things he does. There's other things.
He's not good enough. We need better, Sean. We need better. If we want to,
I'm not saying he's a worldie. I'm not saying he's a worldie, but I'm just saying like he does have the ability to change a game. Like
Sean,
go back to the. Yes, he does. He does, mate.
He doesn't.
Let's do a
stream, Sean, on Lucas Moura's stats and how much he changes games.
But
let's do that.
You yourself hate stats. You hate stats. So why are you looking at stats?
I don't hate stats. It's in context of how stats are used. That's the key, Sean, because stats can be skewed or misjudged because
so you're only going to tell you. So you want to use stats.
Right?
You want to use the stats because
also, Sean, stats for a single player, is if we're going to go on stats, right? Stats is also based on the team's performance as well, because you can have a player that's had really good stats, but what about the rest of the team? They could have played better in the game that he got those stats, right? So it's not just about the individual. It's about the whole team.
So why do you want Bayern have just scored a second goal against Barca? Why do you want to use the stats for Lucas
Because
Moura.
you're saying that he's good and he affects games when he doesn't.
He does affect game. Like,
When was the last time Lucas Moura affected a game?
Champions League. He's a Champions League top player for us. That's all he's got. He's Champions League.
Champions League, right?
Carabao Cup.
So basically, we're going on sentimental value.
Best player on the pitch.
Sentimental value.
Get subbed by
3 or 4 years
Ryan
ago
Mason.
now. We're going into 2023.
Listen
and it's
to me.
2019.
The
last time he was effective for us in a game.
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. Like the last memorable game. Like there was plenty of times. There's plenty of times in the Mourinho season. So many times in the Mourinho season. After when we were top of the league until the Liverpool game in the Mourinho season, and then suddenly we dropped off. Everybody was a fucking shit show from January onwards. The only player on the fucking Tottenham squad that upped his game and that kept us in games for the entire second half of the season was Mourinho. Was Lucas Moura. In the Carabao Cup final, that geezer was the one player that kept us in the game and gave us any creativity. He should have got a yellow. He should have got I forget who the player was for Man City, a red card. He absolutely twisted and turned the Man City defense inside and out. Lucas Moura, I'm not saying Lucas Moura is like a world-class player, but pay respect on the guy. He's got the capabilities to come on and change a game when we need it. And he's injured now.
I won't agree with you. And what's going to happen is, Sean, at the end
I'd
of the
rather
season,
you didn't, because then we'd both be wrong.
Of course, at the end of the season, in my opinion, you're going to sit here and go, Danny, you're right once again. As you were with Emerson, as you were with the transfer window.
I never said shit about that. I don't agree with you about
that is it, Sean. That is it, Sean.
Don't forget
I'm going
the
to prove
Lucas
you wrong
Bergwijn.
once again, mate.
Don't
Because
forget the Lucas Bergwijn.
You've never once proved me wrong.
Champions League
You have never once ever proven me wrong, my man. Never once proved me wrong.
Absolutely always prove you wrong.
You're delusional.
Sean,
You're more deluded
You've
than
got too
Alex.
much pride to admit it. That's your problem, mate.
No, bro. You're more deluded than Alex.
If anyone's deluded, I think you should be looking in the mirror, my friend.
Yeah. Okay. Peak delusion. Peak delusion. The delusion bun.
You
We're going
keep
to call
telling
you from
yourself
now
that
on.
about you, Sean.
Bergwijn Lucas sub. Nuno. Huge. Huge to our history. Huge. That's Lucas's big part. There you go.
Lucas Moura can impact the game. He's someone that he's never going to be he shouldn't be starting a game ever. But he's somebody that can come on and change a game. He absolutely can. He absolutely can.
He can't.
Yes, he can.
He can't. Well, so let me tell you what Lucas Moura does. Right, he runs. He goes past 1 or 2 players. He looks down. Right, he looks up and he runs into someone, and that's it. That's what Lucas Moura does. Right, he creates problems less than Traore creates problems. At least Traore creates real problems, and he can actually get past the play and get into better positions. Lucas Moura just runs into players. That's what he does.
Similar sort of player.
Yeah, but worse.
Some people. Maybe
Lucas Moura is a very frustrating player, Sean, because he's got ability.
Yeah, but you're writing him off saying he's useless, and people that write off Adama Traore and say he's useless because Adama can't cross the ball doesn't mean he's fucking useless.
Why don't we sit here? Why don't we sit here, Sean, at the end of the season, and then we'll discuss Lucas Moura. We'll have a discussion about him. And I want you to clip this show, right? I want you to clip this show and remember it, because when the end of the season, we're going to have the same discussion, and I'm going to tell you the same thing, and you're going to be agreeing with
I've heard you saying nonsense about Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who until tonight was the best player in the Spurs shirt. I've heard you
When did I say Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is the best player? I've never.
No, you said the opposite. You've called him out for being a fucking shit show, and until tonight, he was brilliant all season.
Is Pierre-Emile Højbjerg a world-class midfielder?
Has he been the best player in a Tottenham shirt this season?
Yeah, but that tells you about the level of the Spurs players this season.
So you were wrong.
That's not wrong. That's not. He's been good this season, right? But that doesn't make him an amazing player. It doesn't
Boys,
make
we got to wrap this up.
We should let these two get a room.
Yeah.
No, boys, we're going to wrap it up. Sorry. We got
the tension in the air, boys.
Daniel, my man, thank you so much for coming on as always, man. Your last thoughts, your final thoughts. What do you want to see for the Leicester game?
Lucas Moura.
Oh. I think we end that now. Jeez. I want to see Emerson in jail, to be honest. Mostly. Yeah, that's it. I want to see him out of the team and Spence in.
You want to see Spence in above
Yeah, and I'll
Doherty.
see 3 in midfield.
And 3 in midfield. Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
We'll be discussing that tomorrow and Friday, guys. So if you guys like to come back on, I'd love to have you on the channel. We'll discuss it in more detail as we look at the Leicester game. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping by the channel this evening. Disappointing 2-0 loss to Sporting Lisbon. It was great to spend the evening with all of you. I love you all. Danny, what is happening? I plugged your channel a while back. Where is it? Here we go. What's happening on Tottenham on tour?
Honestly, you'll have to ask Brian and the two Brians, because I've kind of taken a step away from streaming for a little bit. So I just come on as and when I've got like a few minutes, like tonight. So look, I'll be honest. Just get over to Tottenham Talk, because I'm sure there'll be some stuff going on. There always is. There'll probably be the next video.
Not even aware what's happening on your own channel. I love it. Yeah.
There'll probably be the straight out of Conte that we do. I'm not sure who will be doing it, because I know Brian Daigle's going through some stuff at the moment. So I'm not sure he'll be streaming for a little bit. So yeah, it just depends. Everyone's busy. It's just, it is what it is.
Okay. All right. Well, get over to Tottenham on tour. And guys, we're going to leave it there. Shame, but we'll be back tomorrow for player ratings. And also we're going to start to look forward to the, hopefully what could be a thrashing against Leicester. Let's see what goes on. Love you all. Thanks so much for stopping by. Cheers, Aaron. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Danny. Thank you to Soren. Thank you to Cooper, who came on the show for the first time earlier. And there was somebody else. Oh, and
before you go, Sean, we should be beating Leicester at home. No questions.
Yeah, we should be smashing them.
They've been poor this season.
We should be smashing them 5-0. We should be putting them.
We should be absolutely beating them. And if we lose, if we don't get a win out of Leicester, it's absolutely disgraceful, in my opinion.
Yeah,
anyway,
100%. Guys, please like, if you are still here, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell on the channel. Love you all. See you next time. And as always, guys, bye bye.
Come on.